afternoon, you gardeners. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. We are live on YouGarden TV, Thursday afternoons, 2 till 4 at the moment. You can also join us on a Sunday. You've got myself, Stuart, here in the potting shed. We are live on our 11-acre nursery, and the award-winning celebrity gardener, Adam Walcott, is here as well.
Thank you. It's nice to have Stu here, though, isn't it? Because a lot of you might have heard his voice, but not seen his face. You can now put the face to the voice.
I pop in here occasionally when I can to just make sure everyone gets all the information, sees all of the best deals we've got every week here on YouGarden TV, and this is the best place to buy from us. We don't mind where you shop with YouGarden, if you want to shop on the website, whether you shop with us on TikTok, QVC, wherever you want to go, but here is the best value, because on YouGarden TV, not only do you get first look at all the products, there's no middlemen, so we can give all those savings straight back to the customers. You can also join our discount club and save that way as well.
Which is good.
15% off on all your plants and compost and pots and everything. And we always do free shipping on everything you see in the live show. If you want to get the free shipping, you need the offer code on screen. When you check out on our website, or if you want to check out on the phones, all you need to do is use that offer code in the box or tell your operator, I want to use this code, YGTV1626, and you'll get free shipping on the show. You've got to enter that as well to get all of the discounts. We've got double up offers coming in as well. If you click that box up in the top right of the website, if you're on your phone, it'll be in the little menu along the left, and then you can scroll and see all of the items in the show. So much stuff coming up today, so many new things as well. I know you've been looking forward to the Lupin galleries. They're coming up. We've got the Gaura back in stock, and I know you like those. We've got hanging basket plants. We've got more grow your owns, new cucumbers, new tomatoes here today. Those Meconopsis poppies in 2 different colours now. The figs and that Clematis avalanche we're going to show soon is amazing. If you want to join our club, if you're not a discount club member already, all you have to do is sign up. £10 a year gets you 7.5% off our outdoor living and machinery. So that's your garden furniture, that's your garden tools and your power tools. But you get 15% off all of the plants and all of our planting accessories like compost and pots. And everything you see today in the live will have that saving. 15% off for club members. Will point out where those savings are. But that's not all you get. You get free postage vouchers, you get exclusive offers, and you get £5 per season to spend as well. So if you just use 2 of your £5 vouchers, if you only use half of the vouchers we send you, you've already got your money back for joining the club. Just £10 a year. Be a club member and watch us here on YouGarden TV is the best and most affordable way to shop with YouGarden, because you see everything first, you get the biggest savings, and you never pay postage. And also, you can interact with us live here on the show. We've got YouTube going, we're on Facebook, and we're on our website. If you want to get involved, get into the YouTube chat, let us know you're there, say your hellos. I love you all chatting to each other as well, answering questions for each other. That's brilliant, and just having a nice little chat while we're doing the show. But if you want to get involved directly with us, you can email as well. Address is at the bottom of the screen there. YGTV@yougarden.com. I've got some great pictures and emails to read already. I've got Marisha's, I've got Rob's, and I've got Tony's pictures to show you, and Ali, I've seen your photos as well. We're going to show those in a little while. But first of all, we have to talk about the rose of the week. This is a new climbing rose here today. Simply sumptuous. Only $15.29 to discount club members. Adam, what do you love about this?
Everything about this, Stu. The name, to start with. What a brilliant name for a rose. Simply sumptuous. It really tempts you in with a name like that. And it's a really lovely, lovely climber. But again, it's not a climbing rose that's going to go completely bonkers. It only gets to about 3 to 4 metres tall. Lovely, lovely upright stems. These semi-double pink flowers that have got a gentle fragrance. And the nice thing about this one is it repeat flowers for you. So it will start flowering June time and all the way through to September, perhaps even into October. You'll get flushes of these beautiful magenta pink petals with those bright yellow centres. It'll look absolutely amazing over an archway, a pergola, perhaps growing up the end of a garage wall or along a fence. It's tough, it's hardy, it's got a really, really good disease resistance as well, and it'll just reliably come back. And you know what, you could even, if you wanted to, grow this in a large pot or a container. So if you've always wanted a climbing rose, but you've thought, yeah, I've seen climbing roses in some places and they go mad, they're huge, they need a lot of effort to tie in. This one is very, very manageable, very hardy, and just incredibly floriferous and stunning, and it will bring in loads and loads of the pollinators as well.
Comes to you in the 4-litre pot, so it's a really lovely established plant from our growing partners at Harkness, and this is an amazing quality. It is absolutely gorgeous. Would you put it into the pot or into the ground if you grow this on?
Do you know what, Stu? You can do either or. Now, in either case, if you're going to put it in a pot or in the ground, this little bit here we call the knuckly bit, or the union is its technical name, just make sure that this union bit is at least 1 inch to 2 inches below the final soil level. That's really, really important. See that bit just there, look, you can see here. So then the rose will establish really, really well. You won't get any suckers grow from the rootstock. And you'll have this rose for years and years and years. Now, you could start this off in a 30-litre pot. We've got the heavy-duty 30-litre pots. We've got them in black or green. There you go. It could live in there for quite some time. I mean, ultimately, I would say you probably need a bigger pot in the long run, perhaps a 35 or a 50-litre.
Okay.
But to get it established for the first couple of 2 or 3 years, it'll be very happy in here. Obviously, water it, feed it well as well. You might even get a few flowers this year, but from next year and for many years to come, it's just going to bring you such joy, such colour, fragrance, pollinators. It'll make you smile. It really, really will. It's a beauty, this one.
Don't forget, if you want the heavy-duty pots today, it's a pack of 3, but you can double up and get 6 for an amazing saving. If you're looking for heavy-duty pots, they're still in stock. They're on today's show. They'll work with that code. If you want to go for the Rose of the Week, we introduce a new Rose of the Week every week here, hence the name on YouGarden. This is YGTV 1626 is the offer code you need to use to get the price down and to get the free shipping. Discount Club members, you're only paying £15.29 to get that 4-litre potted rose home.
And what's amazing about the double up price as well, Stu, you can still get your 15% off of that, can't you?
Yep, it goes down.
If you belong to the club, if you join the club, you can get another 15% on top of that brilliant price already.
Just watch YouGarden TV, join the club, save loads of money, never pay postage.
Do auto renewal and it'll stay £10 forever as well. It'll never go up.
That's a good point. Yeah, the club price, the price you pay to join is the price you will always pay. That's our promise to you. That's our commitment. As long as you keep the same membership going forever, you'll pay the price you paid to join every year, even if we put it up. Can't say fairer than that. Right, we're going to have a look at this Clematis now. If you want the rose, please put that in your baskets. We've got the Clematis Avalanche, because we spotted this on the nursery last week and we went, this has to join us in the shed. Look how gorgeous this is looking. Is it normal for these to be so full of flower, Adam?
This particular one, yeah. And before we even talk about this, I'm going to say straight away, if you've gone for the rose and you want to do a duo, you could actually grow this up through the rose and grow them as a combo.
Oh, they're not going to choke each other. They'll be right.
No, because this is a really nice Clematis. It's evergreen, by the way. So in the wintertime, when the rose loses its leaves, if you grew the two together, you've still got the beautiful evergreen foliage on this, and it's got quite nice sort of waxy leaves on here. It's very hardy, only gets, as I say, about 3 metres tall, so it's not going to be one of those Clematis that will overwhelm everything. But this time of year, last year we had these, and for about 4 to 6 weeks, this kept flowering. The flowers open up that lovely lime green colour in the middle, and then they go to a creamy white. And you can see why they called it avalanche, because it's an avalanche of gorgeous, pure white bloom. It's super hardy. It'll get through the winters. It's compact enough to grow in a pot or a container. In fact, you could grow this in a 30-litre pot. No problem at all. It would live in there for always. If you are going to grow it in a pot, try and make it so the pot is in a nice sheltered, shady position. But obviously the flowers are up in the sun. Plant it in the ground if you want as well. And all sorts of situations, south-facing, west-facing, even perhaps a little bit more of a shadier spot as well. Feed it well, because Clematis are very, very big feeding plants. Keep it well watered, and every year for 4 to 6 weeks, just be absolutely blown away by these stunning, limey green, turning to pure white flowers. Look at it, Stu. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Keeping a ridiculous price on this one. So it's $19.99 for a plant, but wait, we're doubling up for only £10 more. That's a promotion we started doing on YouGarden TV last week. You can double up for only £10. So double up for £10, $29.99. They work out at £15 each if you put 2 in your basket. But wait, that's before your discount club membership. So you're going to get another £4.50 off that as a club member.
That is remarkable, because I do know of some garden centres that would charge you £30 for one of these easily, because this is really unusual. It's very special. It's very different. It's very desirable. So if you've got a space in the garden you want to brighten up with a Clematis that's easy to look after, that still looks green in the wintertime, doesn't go down to bare brown sticks, you'd be looking at lovely glossy leaves, these flowers in the spring, go for this Clematis Avalanche. You'll adore it year after year after year.
That is super impressive. Look at the size of it. Can't believe how much plant you're getting, how many flowers are already on the way. We've advanced this one a little bit. We've kept it in the greenhouse for a week to bring the flowers out, but they're all in bud and in flower on the nursery. Yours will look just like this. Go for 2 for only £10 more. Club members could get 2 delivered for $25.49.
We've got to hold it up.
It's crazy. I'm going to have to get the iPad on. Yeah, you cling on to that.
It's so top heavy that we're actually kind of balancing it against the crate here as well, because it's got so much flower on the top. But yeah, yours will do this year for you, year one, when you get it home.
Get it planted, give it some anchor points, and you will see that romp away. 550384. Take a look on our website if you want a closer look. But these are all the quality, and we don't have as many as we'd like. I'll be surprised if it lasts the week. Right, I want to say hello to everyone in the YouTube chat. Hello, Marisha. Hello, Suzanne. Gillian's in. Nathan from East Coast Tropical. Verna, good to see you. Malk's in as well. Nice to see you, Malk. Alistair's here. If you're in the chat and you haven't said hello yet, give us a hello. We love to know you're there. But we've also got lots of emails today. We've got lots of people already sent us their photos, and that's brilliant. Ali G must get up early because... Oh no, she even sent it on a Wednesday. She got up a day early to send us things this time. I think it's so she can sit down and just enjoy the show. And she doesn't have to think, have I sent a picture? It's a good move. So Ali sent us some examples from her garden, including this beautiful tulip display.
Aren't they lovely?
Looking good. So many of our pots there. She's got the olive planters. She's got the April planters behind. But do you know what I'm seeing here, Adam?
Already?
I'm seeing a Ceanothus standard.
Yeah, that is early.
With blue blooms. That is ridiculous. That must get an awful lot of sun and good weather where you are, Ali. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to show you another one of your photos. Let's see. Oh, yes, the Sheernodoxa.
They're lovely. I've got these.
Lovely little ground cover bulbs we were saying was a lovely alternative to a crocus.
Yeah, and they spread as well. Year on year, you'll get more and more of those. They are so pretty. They last for a good 3 or 4 weeks, and they're quite good in shade or sunny spots as well.
Super impressive. Love those
beautiful.
ones. Oh, and your wallflowers as well. Your wallflowers are looking stunning. Thank you very much for sharing all of those with us, Ali. I like how she keeps her garden busy, she keeps it interesting, and the really important thing for us, look, she labels everything.
That's good to
label. So
label.
we know what's in there. She's got some crocosmia. We did those as the corms earlier in the season, didn't we? Thank you very much, Ali. Cheers for sharing that with us. We just had an email in from Alistair. Nice to see you, Alistair. I know you're in the chat already. He wanted to share his tulips with us. But that first picture isn't a tulip. This is some...
Is that the coronilla?
Some Pyrrhus.
Oh, the Pyrrhus, yeah.
You've got a fantastic-looking coronilla. You've got a massive one there. That must have come from us as the 3-litre size. But look at this Pyrrhus looking gorgeous.
Obviously, you've got the right soil there. You've got your acid soil because that is looking so happy. And that coronilla must smell amazing at the moment.
That is
so fragrant.
They always remind me of a blueberry flower.
Yeah, it's very similar. They've got those kind of little lantern-shaped flowers. So they're in the same sort of family as well. So they're all sort of lime haters at the end of the day, ericaceous plants.
Awesome, Alistair. And his tulips. I found his tulip garden as well.
Oh, this is bonkers.
That is super impressive. That is spring in a photograph, Alistair. Well done. Look at that.
Oh, look
tulips
at that.
And daffodils galore out. Are these the Acidanthera, the little bulbs down there? Little star-shaped bulbs?
No, I think... Oh, they're the Iphion, perhaps.
Iphions. I knew they were from our spring bulb collection.
Yeah, I think they're the little Iphions, them. But look at those. I love those pink. I think I've got those pink tulips as well, because I was saying to Stu before the show, I'm so over the moon with my YouGarden spring bulbs at the moment. My tulips are magnificent, looking just like yours. Stunning.
And down in the corners, he's got 2 tower pots growing there. Must be either side of his front door. I wonder what Alistair's growing either side of his front door. Alistair, if you're still in the chat, let us know. We'll get back to some other people's photos later. I'm just going to do one more from Tony, because we love Tony's potted garden. He does a container garden and it looks better and better every year. Thanks for sending these in, Tony. We always like to see an update. Those Miners Merlot are stealing the show right now, aren't they?
So good, especially contrast against the Nadine, lemon and lime in the middle there. Those, so good. And I'm really blown away the way you've done that circular bed in the middle of that patio. That must have been quite difficult to cut out. So yeah, honestly, that is stunning.
Brilliantly mulched,
lovely.
nice and tidy. Loads of our pots I can see in there as well. Thank you, Tony. Keep sending your emails in. YGTV@yougarden.com if you want to email us with your photos. We would love to see them. We're really nosy. We'd like to have a look at your gardens anytime you want to share it with us. But we all know one of your favourites here, and we bring it to you every week on YGTV ever since the very first show back in 2023. Can you believe it was that long ago?
Time does fly.
August 2023, we'll be celebrating our 3rd birthday soon here in the shed. Yeah?
Wow, 3 years already.
Doesn't time fly? And one of the things that's always been featured and always been popular is our premium professional compost, because everybody who uses it comes back for more because they're so happy with the results.
And also, Stu, there's not been more of a pertinent time of year to get hold of this, because this is such a busy time in the garden. Think of all the little seedlings you're growing on at the moment. Think of all the plug plants you might have got from us. They need potting on into 9-centimetre pots. Are you sort of mixing some of this in with your bare root plants before you plant them? This really does cover so many bases. You might find some of your pots during the winter time, the soil or the compost has dropped down and you want to put some more in and raise that up a little bit. You can do all those things. Or perhaps you've got a piece of soil that's been a bit dry or a bit poor. You want to improve the quality and texture of it for growing this year. You can use it for all those different reasons. It's a peat reduced compost. tiny little bit of peat we've got in it holds onto the moisture. And you can see Sean here topping up his planters around his pub, planting some nice, not petunias, primulas and things in the autumn. I mean, I've used this for house plants. I actually decant it into my heavy-duty pots. I sprinkle it between plants in my beds and borders. And this is what you will be doing now. I mean, this is sort of earlier in the year, but with all your plug plants, your begonias, your petunias, perhaps some sort of nemesias, all those things you're going to pot on, you're going to grow on. Just stock up with this. I had 12 bags delivered during the week. And I'm happy about that because I've got lots and lots in reserve. I really, really hate to run out of it. You've got that composted wood fibre. You can see Stu there, like just literally brushing it through his hands, the way it flakes and just breaks up. Really nice and airy, allowing those roots to get down into the compost, allowing the oxygen to get down to the roots. And when the roots do get down into this beautiful stuff, they find little beads of liquid fertiliser that break down over a long period of time, up to about 6 months, and those will feed your plants for all that amount of time, which is really, really great. Somebody once said they were snail's eggs. They're definitely not snail's eggs.
No, they're white snail's eggs.
Yeah, they are, but these are different colours, so they'll have a different fertiliser in each one, liquid inside. The little shells break down eventually. They release that liquid feed, and your plants get that long-term consistent feed. It's nice and pH balanced as well. So if you ever wanted an acidic version of this, we do that. And this will just suit so many plants. Stock up on this now. You've got that brilliant price of that discount club price of £21.23, and you're going to get it to your door, no shipping to pay.
2 big bags, 100 litres, 50-litre bags each, £21.23. That's a crazy price for this time of year. You would have thought we'd put the price up when we know compost is going to be in demand, but we don't. Keep the price nice and low. Even better for people here on our YGTV live shows. We've had a little report on Facebook. One of our viewers has said they're in trouble using our offer code to get the free shipping. We can show you how to do that on the website, but just make sure you're using the right code and make sure you're putting it in the right box. There's 2 boxes at checkout. One says voucher code and one says offer code. So vouchers and offers are 2 different things. You can use 1 voucher and 1 offer per checkout. So make sure when you're checking out, you're putting it in the offer code box, which is the top one. You're using this week's code, which is YGTV1626, and then when you add it into your basket, you'll see the delivery cost disappears. And if you're a club member, you'll also save 15%. Let us know if you're still having any trouble with that. We can show you how to do it again, but we've checked for you. It's definitely working. All of today's items, if you use that code, you're going to get free shipping, you're going to get our discounts, and a lot of them as well, you're going to be able to double up, like this one, the Lupins. A lot of people have been asking for this the last couple of weeks, so we've brought them into the shed. They're looking fabulous on the nursery. We do love lupins. Some people planted them from bare roots, but these are even more advanced.
These will flower this year. Lupins flower in their first season. Sometimes, even on small plants like this, you can see little flower buds developing. Not quite on these yet. I'm going to whip one out the pot, because what you will see straight away, if I can get it out the pot, look at the beautiful root system on there.
That is established, isn't it?
That is so well established. So get these home, plant them in pots or containers, or in a bright sunny spot, or part sun. They don't have to be baked all day. Great cottage garden plants, and they will flower a couple of 2 or 3 times a year. So you get your first flush of flowers, and then once the first flush of flowers has gone, give them a prune down, give them a good liquid feed, use blooming fast. They'll have another second flush of flowers a little later in the summer, and sometimes they'll flower a 3rd time. Beautiful colour mix in these. You can see the bicoloured one there with the purple and white. Bring in the bees, the butterflies, the pollinators. The leaves are stunning as well, and they are just one of the most loved, exciting, happy perennials. They so remind me of my childhood. I used to love growing lupins, and when you first see that flower spike opening out at the bottom, and then they all come out like this, they're a real joy. Really good quality plants. I mean, if you double up and get 6 of these, you can make the most amazing display, and that could be in the ground or in pots or containers. They're happy in both. Just one thing I would say to be careful of is just watch out for the slugs and snails a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Because they do like to kind of eat them, so get yourself some strolch, or use your strolch if you've got it, just to prevent that happening.
If you don't know what we're talking about, strolch is available on the live show today. It's a special patented mineralised straw, and slugs just don't like it. They won't go near it. So if you put a nice thick layer of this underneath where you're planting your lupins, or in the tops of your pots and containers, the slugs will get on there. They'll take one little feel of that and go, no, mate, I'm going somewhere else. Yeah. If you've ever been in a pub, you've been in a restaurant and go, we're not stopping here. I don't like it here. You go to a place and go, oh, it's a bit rough. This is not my type of clientele at all, Adam. That's what it feels like to the slugs. They won't go near it. So if you're growing lupins this year, if you've got your raspberries, your strawberries need protecting, if you've got hostas, things like that, you know the slugs go for that young foliage. Get yourself some strolch. This is a twin pack today, down at $25.47. That is the most affordable way to get strolch, and it's a delivered price for the two 9 kilo or 100 litre bags. 200 litres of strolch for $25.47.
Looks nice as well, doesn't it? In between the plants, it really highlights. Yeah, it really highlights the plants.
Yeah, I know. So on Tony's photo, so he'd mulched in between all his pots to keep it tidy. You can do the same with the strolch, and then the slugs won't go near it. Give it a go. If you want the Lupins galleries, they're still here as well. Triple pack or double up on that deal for $24.97. So we're doing that deal where you can double up, get twice as many plants for just £10 more. Club members, that's only £8.50 more. It's going to be a fantastic deal for you. Put 2 in your basket, use our code. Right,
I'm going to ask you to do something with these. Give the leaves a little squidge like that and then smell your fingers.
how do I pronounce this first, Adam? I've never know how to say
well,
these.
some people say Agastache, I say Agastache.
It's like licorice.
It is, yeah, got kind of licorice, aniseedy kind of smell to the foliage.
I suddenly fancy a sambuca.
Which is really, really nice. If we whip one out of the pot, I'm just going to do it over the compost because I don't want to get bark everywhere.
You've only just vacuumed. Adam cleared up before the show.
I did.
We got all the plants in and he swept up
I'm
nice
very
and
fussy
tidy.
about having a nice clean workspace. Look how well established these are. And again, these will flower for you this year. Now, I grow Agastache. I adore them. And so do the pollinators. If you want to bring in loads and loads of those really good beneficial pollinators, grow Agastache. Look at these beautiful light blue flower spikes. You can see there's a little bee there about to buzz into one of these. Sunny spot. That's what they really, really like, a well-drained soil. They are a perennial plant that will come back year after year. They can get 2 to 3 feet tall and they flower for a long period of time. And once the main flower spike is finished on these, if you trim that down, quite often they produce little side flower shoots that give you more flowers. Not quite as big as the central flower, but definitely continuing that season for you. The foliage is really attractive on these as well. When it first comes out, it's got like a little kind of purpley, coppery sort of tints to the foliage. And so just give the foliage a little squidge. And it's got a really, really nice aniseedy smell to it. So if you've got that sunny spot, part sun, you want to bring in the pollinators, you want something that's a nice blue colour, in the ground or pots and containers, go for Agastache. It's not a plant that a lot of people grow, but once you've got it, you'll be really chuffed you did.
And don't forget, this is a triple pack. You're getting all 3 plants, but if you want to double up, that offer is still there. £10 more. You get twice as many, 6 plants, for only £10 more. That's crazy value. I don't know how we're doing these deals here today. Thank you to Ryan, who puts all of our deals together for us here on YouGarden TV. If you want to go for 3 or 6 of those, 560-883 is the number. $14.97 to get 3. $24.97 to get 6, and that's still going to have another 15% off for you club members. So make sure you're putting those in your basket again today. If you want to let us know what you're going for, pop it in the YouTube chat. We'd love to hear from you. We've also got the Helenium Moerheim.
Yeah, Moerheim Beauty, and that's one of the most loved, one of the most widely grown of the Heleniums. Now, Heleniums are good because they are more of a mid to late summer flowering perennial, herbaceous perennial. And when we talk to you about that word herbaceous perennial, what we're talking about is plants that die down in the autumn to ground level, and then they kind of sit at ground level or just below during the winter. Then in spring, they burst forth back through the ground, and in a very short time, they start to produce flowers. And these will produce these really very, very vivid, very striking orange flower heads. They are definitely landing pads for the bees and the pollinators. They'll go bonkers for these. I've got this in my own garden, Moerheim Beauty, and last year mine started flowering from midsummer, sort of July, August time, and they were still going right into September, even October. Lovely sunny position, beds and borders, pots and containers. In fact, all of the perennials we're talking about today can all be grown in pots. Equally, they can be grown in the ground as well. They all like a reasonably sunny spot, and they all like a reasonably well-drained soil. So if you want to create that cottage garden feel, and these, again, these will flower for you this year. I'll whip one out the pot for you. And the reason I do that is to show you how well-established these plants are. Come on, out you come. Look at this.
And that just proves we don't check any of them before the show starts, because we've got the confidence that the quality is going to be there. We don't have to look. You saw how Adam struggled to get that out of the pot. It was hanging on to the bottom of the pot.
How amazing is that root system? So these are, and all of these can
Might
go
be the
straight.
best one yet today.
Yeah, all of these can go straight outside, by the way. They don't need growing on into bigger pots. They don't need to be kept away from the frost. They're all hardy plants. They'll all get through the winter. They'll come back year after year. They'll get bigger and bolder. So get them home, find that spot where you want them, plant them, and start enjoying flowers from this year.
It's spring. We're ready. Let's get in the garden. Let's get all these plants in there as well. If you want the Helenium, Moerheim Beauty, you can get 3 today or 6 if you double up. Put 2 orders in your basket. Use our code YGTV1626 and you'll get the 6-pack. That is a fantastic value for $24.97. Club members, another 15% off. Hi everyone, including Suzanne in the chat. Nice to see you today. She's got her rigorons in. Does she need to grow those on if they're plug plants?
If you want to, you can. You could grow them in 9cm pots till they're a little bit bigger, but if you've got that suitable space and they're not competing with other things, you could put them straight in the ground.
And we've got Marisha in the chat as well. Will we be getting which one? The Buddha's hand. I don't know that one.
I don't know that one. Buddha's hand. No. That's not... Yeah, do you know a Latin name for that? It's a common name I'm not familiar with on that.
I don't know it, Jake. Check the website. And if it's on the website, then all we have to do is get on the tippy-tappy to Ryan and go, Ryan, we've seen this one, we really like it. And normally, we fulfill all of your requests here. As long as something's not reserved for sale elsewhere, or it's not sold out before we get to it next week. Normally, if we ask for something, they'll do us a deal. Oh, it's a big citrus plant. Okay. We'll have to have a look at that. That is a crazy-looking fruit. Sorry. Would somebody eat that?
Wow, I didn't know we did that one.
Looks like a pickled banana.
Yeah, I need to kind of swat up on that one, to be honest.
The flowers look almost like the fruit. This is amazing. Okay, we will put a request in for that one.
Weird and wonderful. That is an apt description.
I like the look of that. Well found. Let's bring that into the shed. I'd love to see Adam and Bex and Sean try and learn what they're talking about with that one if we've never seen it before. Hopefully it's the same as our other citrus plants. I guess we'll see.
Every day's a school day when it comes to gardening, and that's true. It really is.
We'll carry on with our perennials. You've seen the Lupins, you've seen the Agastache, you've seen the Heleniums. It's time to move on to one of my favourites. Adam, these aren't just cute, they're adorable.
They are adorable. Hey, they're adorable. Gaura Lindheimeri, pink version of this. My favourite colour. It's really weird because my husband grows these as well, but he likes the white ones. So in his front garden, he has the white, and in my back garden, I have the pink.
The best ones, obviously.
I love the pink. The pink looked really good, contrasting, and also matching a little bit with the foliage. You've got that nice plum-coloured foliage, and these flower for about 6 months. Honestly, I've seen these flower into November. Even a little bit beyond that. I mean, they do look a bit dog-eared by then, to be fair, but if you want to grow perennials that don't need deadheading, that just flower week in, week out, month in, month out, and will grow in a very droughty, dry, hot, sunny situation in quite poor soils as well, these are the ones to go for. They really, really are very amenable plants. The only thing that Gaura do ask is that they do not like to sit in heavy, wet soil during the winter. So if you've got that dry area where you've struggled to get other things established, once you've got these in and you've got them established, they'll come back year after year for you. They can get to, but the flowers can get almost up to about waist height when they really get going. Between knee and waist height, hundreds and hundreds of flowers per plant, bringing in the pollinators. As you can see there, they do incredibly well in pots as well, but they are one of the easiest, but one of the most generous, flower-wise, perennials that you can grow in your garden.
If you're looking for these, I love the way these look on the nursery throughout the summer. And they're always there. They look like they're smothered in little pink butterflies when the flowers come out. And they last, like Adam said, for weeks and weeks and weeks, all the way through into September, October, or even later. Beautiful colour, and I like the fact, a bit like verbena, you can see through them as well. They don't obstruct the plants behind, so they're good in a mid-border.
They look brilliant with verbena. I think Lindheimeri, I think it actually means flying butterfly, I think, in Japanese, I believe, or something along those lines.
The things you learn here on YouGarden TV. If you know, let us know in the chat on YouTube. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're growing these and you've got any pictures from last year, please show us how good your flowers looked. Pack of 3 available, but again, you can double up. Put 2 orders in your basket, use our code, and you'll get 6 of these plants. The quality you're seeing here for $24.97, even less in the club. That's the way to shop YouGarden TV and use your code. Be a member of the discount club. Can't get better than that. The savings available to you right now in high season when all the garden centres are putting their prices up. Right here on YouGarden, we are saving people money and filling their gardens with colour that will come back year after year after year.
Well, some of these plants we've been talking about this morning, like the Agastache, for example, I mean, they're working out about £4 each on a double up. You could go to some garden centres and you'd see a plant that size in a 2-litre pot and they'll be charging you $8.99, $9.99 for one plant.
Hey, look. For the people out there who have a bit of an entrepreneur in them and want to buy these plants, put them in bigger pots and sell them at the local table sales, sell them at the
Boot
church
sale,
fete,
yeah.
sell them at the school car boot, wherever you go. We're not going to stop that at all. We can make sure you can do that. So if you want to go for these, the Siskiyou pink, 3 of these for $14.97 or double up, $24.97. Don't forget, when you go to the website, if you want to get these, you have to make sure you're putting the 3x9 in your basket, not the single, the 3x9, and make sure it's that item number that we were talking about just yet. It does say next to it, tells you the item number. And then when they're in your basket, all you need to do is add our discount code. It is the top box where you enter your discount information. It says just there, it says offer code. Do you have an offer code? I do. It is YGTV 1626, and then you'll notice the delivery cost disappears. You will not be paying any shipping on those. And if we put another one in our basket, we'll only be paying £10 more for another 3 plants. That's like getting one free.
Yeah, basically.
It's amazing. Well under £4 each, and club members even more savings.
And
right,
they will
Adam,
flower this year as well.
these just came back in stock, and we had to bring them into YouGarden TV. We know these are one of your favourites every single year. Now is the time to start growing these on the Osteospermum, Aquila, berries and cream shades. We love these, the African daisy or Cape daisy, a lot of people call these.
These ones aren't perennial, these ones, though. So far along this table, these are what we call herbaceous perennials. These ones, I mean, you could keep these going if you can keep them somewhere frost-free during the winter, but generally these ones, we talk about treating these as bedding plants. But I tell you what, if you've gone for the Gaura, and you're looking for something to underplant or plant around the Gaura, these would be a marriage made in heaven, because these flower again for such a long period of time in these lovely colour ranges. You've got the deep plum, you've got the white, you've got the purple. They really, really adore full sun. They will go all the way through the summer in those hot, dry situations once established, and they will bring in the pollinators as well.
Well, last year, Adam, we were lucky enough to see the growers' examples of these at the summer showcase. Bex was there. Let's see what she thought of them.
We're all here at the summer showcase, and this is a fabulous place to be, because what we do is we get to see all of the amazing plants that we bring you at YouGarden. Here is a firm favourite. This is called Osteospermum Berries and Cream, and this is one of the most outstanding colour mixes. I think it's incredibly high-end, very designer. The shades of purple, the lilac, the white, it all works together incredibly well and gives that beautiful designer look in your garden. Osteospermums flower constantly all the way through the summer, and all you've got to do is a little bit of deadheading. Put them in a nice sunny spot in your borders or in pots and containers, and these will delight you all summer long. They do need a bit of winter protection to get them through. You can grow them as a perennial for next year, but I promise you this is going to be an outstanding display in your garden.
Those are incredible quality. You cannot believe how many flowers you get from each plant as well. You're getting 12 of the plants, the plug plants, in this option, 401628. Pop them in your basket with our offer code, and you won't pay any postage. It's £11.03 to club members. So that's under £1 per Osteospermum, and that is one of the most popular colour varieties as well. We've got a few more things to tell you about, loads more to see on the show. We are here till 4 p.m. today, but don't forget you can watch this back at any time on YouTube, on our website, or on the Facebook page. Coming up, we've got some more Grow Your Owns. We started our veg plug range last week. This is the Cucumber Piccolino, a miniature cucumber, beautiful plant. There's 12 plugs available, so you're going to have salads for weeks and weeks and weeks. You want to use YGTV 1626 to check out to get those with free shipping, but they're not the only one. We also have new tomatoes in the shop today, one of our favourite varieties from the last few years. This is the Sun Gold Super Sweet, that really high brick scale rated tomato, and again you get dozens and dozens of tomatoes from each plant. One of the easiest to grow as well. That is a 12 pack for only £9.32 delivered. Don't forget, these are all delivered prices on YouGarden TV. Also coming up, we have our alternative blueberry plant. This is the Berry Bucks. It grows as a hedge or a small shrub full of blueberries, and they're in flower right now, all the ones we've seen on the nursery. Comes to you in the 10.5 centimetre pots, pack of 3 for £15.27, so only just over £5 per plant there. We also have the Fig Brown Turkey, our most popular variety of fig here on YouGarden, and it is available to you in the 1.7 litre pot. But if you want to double up, you can get 2 today. This this isn't £10 to double up, this is £7 to double up, you'd be getting them for less than £10 per plant. If you want to go for those, they're going to be coming up in about half an hour's time or so. Stick around, you'll be able to see all of these, including the pine berry, the white strawberry, and these aren't runners. I know we've been looking at strawberry runners the last couple of weeks. These are potted examples, so these are grown on, really well established, and don't forget strawberries are perennials. They'll keep coming back for you. These are the white ones, so the birds should not be interested in them. You just have to have a little bit of guesswork as to when they're ripe, because it's a bit harder to tell. We're told those are super delicious. A lot of our people in the shed growing those this year. Hopefully they're going to pick some and bring them all in for us to share. But I've got a sneaking suspicion, Adam, that they won't make it far out of the garden.
No, that's the trouble. You just keep picking and eating them before they even make it inside.
You think you've got a garden. Turns out it's a buffet in the spring. Going through to the summer as all the fruit starts coming out. Bex grows her own blueberries. She had intended to grow blueberries for her husband to eat. And every time she goes in the garden and picks a handful, she gets back inside. Maybe there's only 2 or 3 left.
I do that with my tomatoes. Same thing with cherry tomatoes. Just get home from work, walk into the greenhouse. Lovely. Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. Don't make it indoors.
Better than going in the biscuit tin, isn't it?
Definitely. Healthy.
Much better for you. Remember, food inches, not even food miles. If you want to get in touch with us, we can talk to you on the YouTube chat. If you want to email us with your pictures of your garden, show us what you're growing, show us your progress, or if you've got a question, you want to show us a plant and ask what's going on with it, ask where to plant it, if it needs moving, if it needs any health, necessary requirements, sorting those out. This is Adam Walcott. There's not a lot we can ask him about plants that he doesn't know. We can help you, and by we, I mean Adam. Send us your questions, ygtv@yougarden.com, and we'll answer those in this show for you. Get them in as soon as you can. Right, we've got a selection of things to go in your bedding and in your hanging baskets here. Loads of summer colour, including the mega fuchsias. These are the jumbos.
These are. I mean, there's actually a video of these with Sean holding them, and they're like the size of Sean's hand. I mean, really huge, great big flowers on these. A lovely kind of mix of varieties as well for you. So if you want those jumbo, really bold, brash, there you go. Look at that. Whopping great big flowers on those. They give such a massive impact all the way through summer, right into autumn. They'll bring in the pollinators. They self-deadhead as well, so you don't even need to worry about deadheading most of the time.
Pollinators. A bee just fell out of that one.
Yeah, they're right in there, Stu, with these. Keep them really well watered and feed them well. You can see there, I think that was in an olive planter there. They were just sort of tumbling over the side. You could put some of these in a hanging basket. You'd only need about 2 or 3 in a hanging basket, though, and go for quite a large size hanging basket. Window boxes they look good in, or raised beds. Anywhere where they can just tumble and spread. But if you want drama, if you want colour, if you want pollinators, all the hard work's been done. We've got fabulous little plug plants for you here. Beautiful root system on them. If you wanted to, you could pinch them out again in the middle. We've got a little video telling you about that as well if you want to know why to do that. But it just makes them more bushy and just gives you that extended flowering period.
So these will grow, they will fill, they will spread. And as Adam told you, you don't need a lot. There's probably only 3 or 4 plants in that example just there. So you get loads of flowers off each plant, pinch them out to make them bushier. If you don't know how to do that, we've got loads of good advice on our website and on our YouTube page. We can teach you how to do that. If you've got any more questions about growing them, get in the chat or get on the email. 12 of the jumbo fuchsias for £11.04. Don't forget, that's a delivered price. £7 saving, and club members, you save an additional 15%. Make sure you use our offer code if you want the free shipping, which of course you do. We've got a few more options of what else to put in your hanging baskets today. We've got the Surfinias coming up, which I know are one of your favourites. But how about this for a nice alternative? If you're thinking, maybe I've grown the fuchsias, I've grown a lot of other plants, but I always go back to the fuchsias. Maybe you're a big fan of the Surfinias. I think this one would be really distinguished, and a lot of people would see these and wouldn't instantly know that they're begonias.
Look at the flower on these. Look at the colour range as well. Goodness me, all the way from those deep reds to those bright oranges to the yellows to the whites, some are flushed with pink as well. Even the leaves are attractive on these. Same story as well. Lovely, lovely plug plants with those roots already developed. What I forgot to say about the fuchsias and these is you can't put them outside quite yet. So if you do, when you get these home, pop them on into little 9cm pots, keep them on a bright sunny windowsill for another couple of weeks or so. Then you can start hardening them off. And once where you live, you feel the risk of frost has gone, you can put them outside and you can get these cascading displays of incredible flowers, and these are what we refer to as self-cleaning, which means they deadhead themselves. You don't have to even worry about deadheading them. And anywhere that they can tumble and trail, you could grow these along with the jumbo fuchsias. If you've got a really big container or a very large hanging basket, there's no reason you can't mix and match the two if you want to. But the nice thing about begonias in particular is they are not fussed about what kind of summer we have. So they future-proof your hanging baskets. If we have a hot, dry summer, if you keep them well watered, they'll flourish. If we have a cool, damp, wet, windy summer, they'll grow just as well. So if you want some begonias or some trailing plants in your hanging baskets that are going to give you 100% despite whatever summer brings, grow these. You'll adore them, and they'll keep going all the way up right until November or the first frosts, and they'll even grow little tubers that eventually, if you wanted to, you could lift and store, and you could start them off again next year.
That could be a really satisfying journey there. So if you want to have really interesting different hanging baskets this year, maybe mix them with some of the fuchsias, get your flowers in there if you want to, but these are very, very happy on their own. Look at the displays you can create. Under £1 a plug for club members. Why not pop those in your basket today? Add them to your hanging baskets when you get them home. YGTV 1626 is the offer code you must use to get the savings and get the free shipping. Pop them in your basket on the website. You can also go on the phones if you prefer to order that way. Few more plants to show you today, including the incredible Gazania firecracker. Look at the colour on these.
Gazanias are one of my favourite. They are so dramatic. They look like fireworks opening or exploding. They really, I mean, look at the colours in these. And if you want to bring in the pollinators, we're really talking about that. And the RHS in particular are really promoting plants for pollinators. Like Jake just said, it's like a sweet shop of colours. And the bees, they will make an absolute beeline for these, straight into the middle of these flowers, because you've got all those lovely heads of pollen, lots of nectar down in these as well. A long flowering period. And although sometimes people talk about Gazania as being a bedding plant, I've seen, and Bex has seen it as well, with the milder winters and in the right position, I've seen these get through from one year to another in some gardens, and the position they like is really sunny, very well drained. They're absolutely awesome plants for pots and containers, and once they're established, they're very drought tolerant. So if you want those summer bedding displays, but you work away from home during the week, or you can't water them as often as other plants, these will survive. These will go for a week or so without being watered, and they won't they won't just turn up their toes. They will keep going for you. The leaves make a lovely rosette. The flowers are about 6 to 7 inches tall. Deadhead them, and they will keep flowering. I've actually seen these even flowering late October into early November in those particularly warm, sunny, well-drained spots.
Fantastic. If you want to go for these, a pack of 12 of the plug plants, as Adam said, just grow them on a little bit and they'll be ready for the garden sooner than you could possibly think. £11.04 is for the pack of 12 Gazania firecrackers. I think those are going to look stunning in your gardens this year. We've got one more option for your hanging baskets. Thank you to everyone getting involved in the chat. We're going to say hello to you all again very soon. This is the Surfinia petunia trailing collection. This is the signature hanging basket plant. And Surfinia isn't just a name. That is a brand name.
It is a brand. I think it was a Japanese brand. These were bred originally in Japan by a Japanese grower. And look at this quality, again, of the plants we're sending out to you. So you can see we've got that amazing root system. I'll drop it down a bit so it contrasts with that colour. Look at that beautiful root system there. And if I turn it around, look how perfect the plant is. They've been pinched out in the middle for you, so that means they're going to be multi-branched. But these will give you that true hanging basket drama. You know, sometimes when you drive around and you see those pub gardens and you see those like this, and you think, what petunia have they used? Oh, for goodness sake, to get this kind of display. Surfinias will do this.
Not one from out the front of the supermarket, is it?
No, definitely not. And
that's not where they got the petunias.
And this is not AI either. These are real proper pictures.
We're not that clever, Adam.
These are the real deal. Now you're going to get 6 different types in this mix as well. And another thing that you can't tell from the pictures, these are fragrant. They have a lovely soft fragrance. Now, I'm not going to say to you, they're going to fill your whole garden with fragrance. If you get up near them, especially on a warm day, you'll get that beautiful, beautiful aroma from these. They bring in the pollinators as well, and they can trail down to like a metre, even more, giving you fabulous displays from midsummer right up until the first frosts. Real drama from these.
If you want to go for the 12 pack in 6 different colours, so you're going to get 2 of each by my maths, or maybe go for even more if you want more of the same colour. Only £11.04. Don't forget, delivered price. Our standard shipping is £6.99, so even if that's all you're saving on YouGarden TV, it's worth being here and saving that money. Put that offer code in your basket when you check out YGTV1626 and you get the free shipping and you get all of the savings. Or the only other thing you have to do is join the club. Be a club member today for £10 for the whole year. What on earth can you get for £10 that lasts a year these days?
Exactly. And also you can start saving from today. If you join today, you can start saving from today.
Yep, put the membership in your basket. You just need to create a password, enter a few details so we know, we've got your email address, we've got your address, so we know where to send your plants, and that's it. You're all set up. £10, and your discount is applied to the very same basket. You don't even have to leave and come back. It's all set up for you. Don't forget, free P&P. Whenever you shop here with us on YouGarden TV. We've got loads of messages to read, so I'll come back to you guys soon, just as soon as we've told you about the Meconopsis poppy collection.
A plant close to my heart. Now, a lot of people think these are those kind of very difficult plants that sort of only special gardeners can grow. But honestly, these are easier to grow than what you think. And I found there's three kind of things to talk about with these. They do very well in a shady spot. Don't put them in full sun. They love to be kept moist. Don't ever let them dry out. And they must have ericaceous compost or acid soil. They originate from the Himalayas, so they're up in those cool kind of areas. And quite often they grow by the edges of gushing streams. So they're used to damp soil that doesn't dry out.
What's these?
And these, you can get these to flower this year, these ones. But you've got two amazing colours. You've got the blue, which is what they're known for. And this is just what mine looked like last year. And the most amazing blue as well. Very, very unusual. And with that bright yellow centre, these are a real statement plant. They can get to 18 inches, 2 foot tall, lovely clusters of flowers. The flowers will last a couple of days each one, then that fades, but more keep coming back. Mine flowered for about 4 to 5 weeks before, eventually the flowers had finished. But of course, you've got the contrasting purple colour with these as well. So you could mix them in a pot or a container, or you can plant them individually. But as long as you keep them in that shady spot, you put them in acid soil, ericaceous compost, and keep them moist, you can get these most beguiling, beautiful, stunning poppies to flower for you in your garden.
You can be the king of Smug Hill or the queen of Smug Castle when you get these to flower. We know it's a little bit tricky, but that's what makes it so rewarding when you get these to bloom. And so many of our viewers and our customers here at YouGarden TV have done it. Grimmy, if you're watching, I'd love to see your pictures again. Anyone else who's grown them, please share your photos with us on that email address, ygtv@yougarden.com. Remember, you get 3 of each colour, 3 of the blue, 3 of the purple, which is a new variety to us this year. You couldn't get this before this season. And you can be that super smug gardener who's growing the Meconopsis. And
I would show you my super smug pictures, but Silly Chops here drove to work today and left his phone at home. So, so I've got no phone. I feel so disconnected from the world without my phone.
And nobody remembers phone numbers anymore, do you? You go, borrow my phone. Well, I don't know anyone's phone number, so I can't just call someone and tell them I've left my phone at home. Maybe they'll hear it ringing and they'll realise.
Yes, if my hubby's listening, John, that's why I'm not responding to anything, because my phone's at home in the kitchen. I forgot it.
Brilliant. Let's see who is in communication with us today. Who is able to talk to us? Hi, you're Alistair. Thank you for your photos. Suzanne's in. Linda, she adores the Clematis. Had to order 2. Thank you very much. She's gone for a twin pack. The avalanche Clematis is still available on the live today. If I remember correctly, the white strawberries have pink flowers. I'm trying to remember. We've got some which are coming into flower, so we'll give those a good look in a minute for you, man.
I can see.
Alice is in the chat. Nice to see you, Alice.
Hi, Alice.
Say hello to the lovely set. We're having a nice day. We are so far. Nothing has spoiled our day as yet, so brilliant. And Marisha says she's got to start thinking about our hanging baskets. Is it too late to start thinking?
No, it's prime time, definitely. This is the main planning time right now.
Well, let us know what you're thinking, Marisha. Did any of the plants you saw today, is it the Surfinia or the begonia? Maybe you want to go for those mega fuchsias. Which ones are you thinking about going for? Or maybe you've got your own ideas you want to share with us. We'll be very happy to take those from you. Marisha's also sent us some more pictures. She's got her tree peony. Ooh.
Mine's just budding up now with great big fat buds.
Hers
not out
is
quite
the
yet.
same, and some, Adam.
Look at this. Oh, yes.
That is getting ready to pop wide open.
Oh, tree peonies are so, so beautiful. Look at that.
I'd love to know the variety, Marisha, if you can pop it in the chat and let us know.
I don't know. I know it looks like it's going to be yellow, but I couldn't tell you what the variety is.
Hard to tell from there.
They're beautiful, Stu, those tree peonies.
So the coleus we showed from her earlier. Now, these are the coleus, the solar flares, We've got some more colours of these exotic-looking coleus in stock now. They've just arrived, and these are Derrick's, though.
Yeah, just be careful, Derek. If those are outside, just keep an eye on the nighttime temperatures, because if we get a bit of frost, then they're not going to be happy with it. So
Are slugs fans of those ones too?
they can be, yeah. So just keep an eye out for those. But yeah, just keep an eye on them because they're not hardy.
And also coming up later in the live, our brown turkey figs. Marisha's also got a brown turkey fig starting to show some buds, showing some life. Look, she's got a little figgy coming down there.
Look at that, love it. I went to dinner last weekend to some friends on my estate, and Stu, they did sliced figs.
Oh yeah,
with blue cheese on top.
Sounds great.
Honestly, they were yummy.
That is better than a dessert, isn't it? Cheese and figs,
yeah.
Lovely. If you want to send us your pictures, remember the address is at the bottom of the screen right there, ygtv@yougarden.com. That's how you get in touch. Thank you for everyone who has already sent us your photos. Thank you to everyone who is still commenting with us today. Nice to see you all in there. Verna, Marisha, lovely to see you. And I'm told we have a question from Alice, who is another one of our regulars. Good to have you here. And Alice would like to know, if you could choose, would you choose the mega fuchsias or the petunias? She did petunias last year. She's thinking of the jumbo fuchsias maybe this time.
I'd go for the fuchsias. Yeah, because I just love the drama of the fuchsias, the size of them, the mix of colours. Yeah, that would be my choice.
Well, I've always said, I've tried a lot of other plants, but I always go back to the fuchsias. And if yours can grow to that size, the same as Sean's we saw in the video earlier, or you're seeing again now, if yours can grow to that size, again, think how content you will be with yourself, and think how impressed everybody else will be with your gardening skills. I mean, Sean loves to show these off and tell everybody he's an amazing gardener. He just uses our compost, blooming fast, and that's it. All you need is a bit of sunshine.
Yeah, such drama with these.
And if we're going to have a summer like we had last year with oodles of sunshine, you're going to get great results, just like Sean did.
And it's weird because when you look at the buds look quite small, and you can't believe they open out to flowers eventually.
How is there that much flower in there?
Yeah, incredible. That's nature for you, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Oh, fantastic. If you want to go for a 12-pack of those, 400072, you can see all of the items available with the free shipping today on our show page. We're saving £7 on that one, £11.04, club members. Delivered price, can't say fairer than that. We've got so much more to show you, including this Acer. Me and Adam went for a wander around the nursery a week or so ago, and we had to make little notes of all the things we really liked that we want to get into the shed. And Adam picked up one of these and went, well, that's got to come in, hasn't it?
Look at this. I mean, this is such a show-off, isn't it? The beautiful colour on this. You get the oranges, you get the greens, you've got the red stems as well. These are great for those sort of dappled, shady kind of positions. And look at the autumn-coloured foliage on this as well. Just amazing. I mean, it's called Orange Dream. And goodness me, it's so aptly named because all throughout the season, from when the leaves first develop in the spring, through the summer, into autumn, the foliage is continuously changing colour, giving you a different cloak of colours every single season. They are very tough, they're very hardy, they don't care how cold it gets during the winter time. They like dappled, sunny kind of dappled shade, moisture retentive soil. They can grow in the ground, but they also make really good container plants as well. And eventually this one could get to about a metre, a couple of metres tall. And as it gets taller, it kind of spreads, almost like forms like a little miniature willow tree kind of look to it. So stunning colour, not from flower, but from those changing leaves all the way from spring right into autumn.
If you want to go for that one, it's amazing. So the orange colour on this comes through later in the year, because with some Acers, the signature colour is what comes through on the new leaves. We're saying with this one, the orange colours are on the older leaves.
Yeah, all the way through, Stu. I mean, you can see here, look, if you see the very new leaves here.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You can see they've got really, really great colour. And then those leaves tone down to a yellowy colour, as you can see the ones further down. And then, of course, they got all these beautiful greens. And then in the autumn, the picture Jake showed you a moment ago, that's their autumn-coloured foliage. This is kind of what you'll get right at the very end of the season. So always changing, always looking different, always really, really lifting that sort of shadier, darker spot in the garden. And they make great accompaniments to things like ferns, hostas, lily of the valley, corydales, all those shade lovers will look so nice growing along with these Acers.
So good for a shady corner, keep them sheltered. Am I right in thinking this one, again, not really bothered by slugs?
No, slugs and snails don't bother these. Just one couple of quick tips on these. When you get yours home, you'll see there's all this bark mulch around the base. Empty that off, get rid of that, shake it off until you get down to the proper soil level. And then when you plant this in the garden, plant it so that the top of the pot is just slightly higher than the surrounding ground, and then just dome the soil up to it. That's the way you need to do it. Just dome the soil up, and then that way you won't get any soil build up against the base of the stem. That's really, really important.
Thank you for making sure we get the most out of our plants. And I used to fall out with Acers because I thought, oh no, they're deciduous, they lose all the leaves. But actually, that makes them even more exciting when they come back in spring. If your plant's green all year round, there's not as much to get excited about at this time of year when they all come back into life again.
But having said that, Stu, even in the winter time, they have lovely coloured stems. Sometimes they have like green or red or orange stems, even when the leaves have dropped off. So they are plants that will give you interest every month of the year.
So huge interest all year around for only $16.99 today, club members, under £20 for everyone, and no one pays any shipping here on YouGarden TV. Just use the code YGTV1626 when you check out on the website, or tell your phone operator you want to use that offer. Now, how do you like these apples? If you got one of our bare root fruit trees and you planted it in January or February, it could be looking like this now. If you missed that ship and that ship has sailed for you, you can get this and you can catch up.
We've potted them on as well. So we're potting them on into those pots. When you get that home, I would suggest keeping it in that pot for another 3 or 4 weeks until the root is really, really established. And then you can take it out the pot. You can plant this directly in the ground, or you can grow it in a pot or a container. And the reason I say that is because these only get to about 2.5 metres tall as their eventual height. So they're not dwarf, but they're certainly very, very compact apple trees. And Braeburn is one of the world's most loved apples, eating apple. Originated in New Zealand, they consistently give you those super crunchy, juicy apples that are sweet, but also they have that little tease of tartness as well. So you get that double kind of delight from these when you eat the apples. Very prolific, beautiful blossom coming out right now. The apple blossom is so lovely and fragrant. Good disease resistance, this particular apple. And although the tree is a compact tree, you'll get proper full-size apples. So even in a small space, 3 floors up on a balcony, you could, in theory, grow your own Braeburn apples.
A bit of sunshine, a bit of water, and you're there. That's what I always love about our grafted fruit trees, is it makes fruit growing so much more accessible. Because like you said, they're not going to get much over 2 metres tall. You can maintain them around that height. You can grow them in big pots if you want to. If you've got an allotment where you're not allowed to plant trees in the ground, you can put this in the pot, or you can even sink the pot into the ground so it's easily removable, and then you can have a tree that you can nearly always reach the top of. You can maintain it yourself, but you're still going to get fruit, full-size fruits, not miniature fruits, just because it's a smaller tree. We've got a giant discount on this one, £18 off our normal price, down to $21.99, including your postage. Discount club members picking that up for under £19.
And also, Stu, because some of these have actually got flower on as well, if you get one with flower on, we can't guarantee yours will, but if you get one with flower on, there's every chance that you might even get a little crop of apples this year in 2026.
We're always careful when they've still got young stems like this. Don't let them have too many fruit in case you weaken the tree.
Yes.
Sometimes it turns into one of those cases where the tree is growing more fruit than it can support. So be careful with your trees. We know everyone is eager for fruit, but we want the trees to last as long as possible and give you those big crops for many years to come. If you like the Braeburn, it's a beautiful plant, but we also have another choice for you. If Braeburn apples aren't your thing, you think whenever I go to the supermarket, Adam, I get a Gaura apple. We also have in the same 5-litre pot, in the same standard here. Huge tree, potted on, in blossom, in flower right now, getting ready to fruit. It's the Gaura.
And also, it's on that dwarfing rootstock again as well. You can see here where it's been grafted. So this little root system here acts like what I call like a gastric band. This tree on the top wants to get big. This wants to grow into a full-size apple tree. The rootstock's saying, no, you're not. You're going to stay nice and compact. You're only going to get to 2.5 metres tall. But look at the flower on this again. So, but we don't, I know it's tempting, but don't let all these form apples if they all do, because these branches aren't quite thick enough yet to support that many apples.
Have half a dozen apples this year.
Leave a few.
Not 3 dozen,
perhaps one per stem. And apples naturally shed some of their apples anyway if they produce too many. So, but look at this, already flowering, super healthy foliage, You can plant it in a large container. Of course, you can plant it in the ground. And if you do put it in the ground as well, nice, open, sunny position. And look how lovely those blossoms are. Fragrant as well. And you'll bring in all the pollinators with these. There'll be bees, there'll be butterflies, there'll be lacewings, hoverflies. And then later in the year, sort of late summer into early autumn, you'll have those really crisp, juicy apples. I mean, both Gaura and Braeburn are supermarket favourites. And the reason is because people love them. We just absolutely adore the crispness, the crunchiness, the sweetness. All the things about these two apples is what really kind of draws us to the fruit.
Well, Alice did plant a bare root apple. She's saying it's in flower now. So if you want to catch her up, if you didn't plant a bare root, if maybe you thought bare roots were going to be too difficult or it wasn't for you, you wanted the surety of going for something like this, you can now. We've got the Gaura or we've got the Braeburn, the nation's two favourite varieties in the 5-litre pots. Maybe even go for both at this price. $18.69 for either of those gets them home. Thank you to everyone who's getting involved in the chat. Nice to see you, Hattie Joe, another one of our regulars. Marisha's still in there, keeping everybody in line. The tree peony was a lime green.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I'm going to Google that one when I get it home.
Suzanne wants to know, is she too late to plant lily bulbs?
No, definitely not. We've got loads of lily. In fact, we're even doing some lily bulbs, I think, possibly later on.
Later on today, there's a bit of a clearance bundle.
Yeah, so no, now is still a time. You can still get lilies in, no problem.
Yep, pop them in the ground. If you don't plant them, they won't flower.
No, so give them a chance.
They're not going to flower in a bag, are they?
No, if you kept them in the packet, they would die anyway, so just go for it.
And if you're like, I really like lilies, I want to grow some, start. If they don't come through at full size this year, they'll still come out next year. How do we make sure lilies come back? What do we need to do to them? Lilies,
they like to be in a nice moisture-retentive soil. They like to have the bulbs in the shade in the ground, and they like to have their flowers up in the sun. That's a really important thing. And dig in lots of lovely organic material into the soil before you plant them. They're a perennial bulb. They'll come back year after year. Year one, you'll get some flowers, but then once they get established, you'll get loads and loads. Let the stems die right down after they've flowered. Just chop the very top dead flower heads off, but leave the stem. Let that die down, and then just enjoy them year after year, Stu. That's what you've got to do.
Marisha said she does need to sort her hanging baskets out. She said she wants our advice. It's so hard for us to choose a favourite for you, but would we push her the same way as Alice and say those jumbo fuchsias?
We've got jumbo fuchsias, we've got the beautiful Surfinias. If you look as well on our website, we've got the lovely trailer-away lobelia, which looks absolutely amazing. We've got loads and loads. We've got geraniums as well that can trail for you. So there's a whole cornucopia of trailers that will do well in your hanging baskets.
Please let us know if that's helpful, Marisha. But yeah, we love those jumbo fuchsias. I'd love to see some more people growing those this year. Keep your chat coming in. It's very nice to see you all there. Everybody keeping involved with us. But also, let us know who's got our premium professional compost. How much have you used this year? How much more are you going to need? What's given you the best results from planting with this? Is it your houseplants? Is it your fruit and veg? Is it your bedding? Did you plant your spring bulbs in this? How are they looking now? We want to hear from you guys because the reviews are always amazing on this compost, so we know you're getting good results. But I want to hear about it.
So if somebody just said to you, Stu, it's just dirt, isn't it? It's just dirt. What I mean, because some people say that sometimes, don't they? Say, oh, what you're going on about? It's just dirt.
Yeah, just buy any old stuff, $6.99 from the supermarket for a bag. That'll do, won't it? This is very specially formulated for us, Adam. It's got a peat content because we know peat still gets the best results, and that's what we want from our plants. It's got the wood fibre in there to make sure it's nice and airy like this, and even young plants with fine root systems can still reach down and get all of the nutrients they need. We've got added nutrients in there, not just the peat, 3 different types of peat, including that sphagnum moss peat. We've also got the fertilisers in there as well to get all your plants off to a good start. It's got the wetting agent in there. And I love how when it's bright and sunny, this soil actually purposefully forms a little crust on top and locks in the moisture. So it turns into its own top layer as well. You just take away that top layer and you can see how well the moisture's been retained down in there. I like the fact it gets delivered to my door. I like the fact it's in the plain white bags because the value is in the bag, not on the bag. And I just love how many people now adore this compost and finally realise you can't just buy any old stuff and expect your plants to be amazing. You've got to get the premium professional. And this used to be a nursery secret. We used to sell one compost and then use this one here on the nursery to grow our hanging baskets, our pots and containers, our fruit that we sent out to the customers. Anything we planted on ourselves went in this. We want, well, if we want the customers to get the same results as us, they've got to use the same products as us. They've got to use the same ingredients. The best chefs use the best ingredients, and this is the best compost you can find.
And sometimes being a snob isn't a good thing, but being a compost snob is a good thing. And I know a lot of you now have become compost snobs, and some of us even wear compost snob socks.
They do. I saw a little post yesterday of Alice, if you're still in the chat. I saw her trying on her compost snob socks. Those were limited edition, limited to 5 pairs only, and she got the very final pair. I would love to do a few more bits of merchandise. Maybe coming up to Christmas, we'll do them as giftables. We'll start making some compost snob aprons and some compost snob socks and caps and things for you, because we know everybody adores this compost, and you are all members of that compost snob club. If you want to go for the Clematis avalanche, we saw it earlier on in the show. The flowers on this are starting to come out, and they are absolutely stunning. If you want to go for one of these, now is the absolute time. These are the real flowers you will get on yours. And how do we know? Because they're live here in the studio with us. They are amazing. You've got to get them now. You can buy one of these or two if you double up. That's £29.99, but club members would be getting that for £25.49 for a pair. That's a ridiculous price for Clematis. Fantastic coverage. As Adam says, they don't really lose all of their leaves, so they're partially evergreen, and they flower like this in abundance for you, looking like a snow shower, which is why we call it avalanche, in the 2-litre pot on the 90cm cane, and you saw the quality. Go for one of those today for £16.99 club members, or two for £25.49. Amazing savings here. Also on our Rose of the Week, another climber, so maybe even grow these up the same structure if you want them to hang out together. Adam said they'd make very good friends. This is simply sumptuous, new one to the shed. We've not seen this on YouGarden before. Down to £15.29 for club members, coming to you in the 4-litre pot, so another really well established plant, and it comes out in these wonderful bright fuchsia pink blooms for you, an abundance of those all over the plant as it climbs up whatever structure you want it to climb up. Go up a trellis, go up a fence panel, up the side of a shed, and you're going to get those flowers every summer for years and years to come. Another one that a lot of people are going for is the Jumbo Fuchsia. We've been recommending this one to people who want something a bit different for their hanging basket displays this year, but you can also grow them in pots, containers, window boxes, anywhere you've got room to let these hang over and trail a little bit, you can. The Jumbo Fuchsia, these are an American variety. Everything's bigger in America. Look at the size Sean got of these. All he needed was our compost, a little bit of blooming fast and some sunshine, and you can grow plants like this. Dozens and dozens of flowers from every single plant, 12 of those plugs. You will need to grow them on a little bit, put them in 9cm pots, keep them covered, keep them protected for a little bit longer, and then when the frosts have all gone, we can put those out into the garden in our pots and containers like you're seeing there, or into your hanging baskets if you want to take your hanging basket game up a notch this year. £11.04 for club members. Maybe you want to go for the Super Cascades, the begonias. These are absolute hanging basket superstars. £11.04 gets you 12 of these as well, with a £7 saving. If you like your begonias but you want something really different, they come to you in the mixed colours, as you can see here. Massive, beautiful blooms, each one of these 4 or 5 inches across, massive flowers. If you want to go for them, they are available in the live today. 12 of those, £11.04, 400543. We also have these ones available for you, the Gazanias. They are the firecrackers. You can see why. Each of those flowers looks like an explosion of summer colour. 12 plug plants here. Again, you just need to grow them on a little bit. This is where the value comes from. Under £1 a plant for club members. If you want to add Gazanias into your garden this year, go for it. Fantastic companion planters to plant in and around your other pots and containers, in your beds and borders and near the front, because they're quite low growing, these ones. If you wanted to go for these, the Surfinia, the hanging basket classic, this is the branded Surfinia. Surfinia petunias are the ones that outshine all the regular petunias you're going to see in the supermarkets, you're going to see in the garden centres. These are the ones the professionals use to get those hanging basket results that you see in those commercial planting schemes outside the shopping centres, at all the pubs and all the restaurants where you see those classic looking petunia hanging baskets. These are the varieties they're using. 6 different colours, 2 of each in this option, 12 plug plants altogether, under £12. Also, if you want to go for these, something a little bit special, and they aren't the easiest thing to grow, but that's what makes it so rewarding when you get these to bloom, and we can give you all the advice, and we can have a nice little Meconopsis growing competition between us here on YouGarden this year. Adam's done it, Bex is trying it this year. I know Sean's got one to come out as well last year. This is the mixed colour collection you're getting. 3 of the blue, as you can see here, and 3 of the new colour to us this season, 3 of the purple Meconopsis as well. 6 jumbo plug plants. These are the biggest ones that we do. £12.73. Now that price is a club price. We are making those savings 15% off all of the plants, even the compost and all of your planting accessories you see here in the live. You want to play that price down there in yellow. That's the lowest price. That's the one we want to pay. You have to be a club member for only £10 a year. Here's Bex and Sean to tell you more.
If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member, and that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club.
You can make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club, just like the gang told you there. It's the best way to shop with YouGarden, but even better is if you watch here on YouGarden TV, because you get your free shipping, you get special offers, you get me and Adam, you get to talk to us live, you get to send us your photos, you get to ask you questions, and you get to join our wonderful YouGarden TV community. Get involved in the chat, send us your emails, or if you just want to sit back and watch and take advantage of the details, of the deals even, you're totally allowed to do that. We've come back over to one of your favourites and one of our favourites, the Osteospermum. Berries and cream. This is one of the Aquila shades, and these are absolutely gorgeous. I was lucky enough to see these at the summer showcase last year, and you've got to see them in person to believe the wonderful colour blends they've put on these. The flowers seem so strong as well. You feel like you could just whack them down and they bounce back up.
I like the white as well, because I always think white in between darker colours almost looks like a bit of a referee, really. It kind of just really highlights the other colours in there. And look at the amount of flowers and also the nice domed shape that these produce. Gorgeously uniform, flowering for month after month after month, bringing in the pollinated insects as well. Very glossy, healthy green foliage. Deadhead them regularly, feed them, water them obviously, and you can keep these displays going. Now, you can get these through the winter, these particular ones, if you give them some protection. They won't necessarily get through on their own, but I mean, even if you don't bother doing that, they're still going to reward you this year from midsummer right up until autumn, till the first frost really, with so many flowers, brightening up your beds and borders, your pots and containers. You could think about putting these in tops of hanging baskets. Imagine window boxes in front of your house, upstairs and downstairs, full of these, Stu.
Oh, wow, yeah.
All the way through the summer with those wonderful mix of colours. It'd be glorious, absolutely glorious.
See these are wonderful quality plugs here, loads of good roots on these. Look at all the roots waiting to go off those. Make sure you tease these out a little bit before you plant them. How long do I need to grow these on for before they'll be ready for the garden? Or
I'd only grow these on for another couple of weeks, and then I think you put these outside, seriously, I mean, easily. And I mean, they're such good quality little plugs as well. Now, if you wanted to, you could pinch the middles out of these. Now that will delay flowering a little bit, but it will give you slightly bushier plants. You don't have to do it, it's an option. You decide. But either way, you will get beautiful flowers on these. You will get this wonderful colour mix, and you will bring in the pollinators. Get your children involved growing these. Kids love these kind of daisy-like flowers. They make them smile. They really cheer up the place. And it's just the sheer profusion of blooms on these that I think really makes them stand apart.
I want pots like that in my garden this summer. So we're going to need some Osteospermum. The Cape Daisy, African daisies, whatever you call them. We do them in lots of different colours here, but this is one of our favourites. The berries and cream mix. Lovely neutrals and purples. £12.98 for most people to pay. If you're a club member, like we just saw on the clip before us, £11.03 for club members. What a saving. You might as well take advantage of that today. 12 of those. And no shipping to pay either.
That's what I like.
YGTV 1626. Let us know if they're in your basket. And also let us know if you're going for these. One of our summer favourites, long flowering, the Gaura Siskiyou Pink.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, we didn't look at these before, did we?
Look at those roots. That is so nice. See, this is a good thing about YouGarden. You go to some places, they put a little plug plant in here, like last week, and then they send it out to you, and you empty out the pot, and all the compost falls away, and you've still got the original plug plant in there. All our plants are growing on. They've got these fantastic established root systems, and these Gaura will flower for you this year. No wait until 2027. Get them home, plant them in their happy place. Now, for a Gaura, a happy place is full sun. You cannot give these enough sun, and they like very well-drained soil. These are not plants for very heavy clay soil during the winter. They can rot off in those conditions, but I can think of customers' gardens where I planted these years ago in that really good position. In fact, John, my other half, he's got loads of these in his front garden at home. I think they've been there 4 or 5 years now, and they come up every summer reliably, year after year. And don't panic if they're a little bit late to come through in spring, that sometimes they don't really start to reshoot until middle of April, end of April, but they will come back for you, and then they'll start flowering, and they'll flower all the way through October, even into November. I mean, they look a bit dog-eared by then, but they still keep going. You'll get hordes of pollinators coming in, all the bees and the butterflies. They're nice and compact. They don't need staking. They just bring such joy, such colour. Pots and containers, beds and borders, and just enjoy these year after year. And they've even got really, really lovely coloured sort of plum foliage as well on there. So everything's adorable about these. And you've got 3 stunning plants there just itching to get in the ground and grow away. Because they're hardy, you can plant these. In fact, all the next 3 or 4 we're talking about can all go out in the garden straight away.
So plant them right now. You can go for a pack of 3, or you can double up and go for 6 for only £10 more. £12.72 for club members for 3, or £24.97 minus 15%. What's that going to be? They could go out to £22.74.
That's good maths. That's good mental arithmetic.
If I've got it right, I might just ruin that. £22.74, I think, for the 6 Gaura if you're a club member. And don't forget, that's a delivered price. Get them into your garden right now. Lovely established plants. All of our 9cm plants are well established. Like Adam says, they're not just plugs rocking around in a bit of compost. Another one we've got for you here, the Helenium or Helenium?
I say Helenium, but you can
roots on that.
I mean, I did take this one out earlier, so to be fair, but yeah, you can see again.
But it doesn't matter. We don't have a favourite. They're all the same quality. If I can get this one out, hang on.
That one hasn't been out yet. You can tell because you might have to squeeze and tease, I think, to get that one out.
Oh, I don't want to damage the plant, but. Good Lord.
Seriously, it's proper in there, isn't it?
Well, look at the roots. The roots are clinging onto the bottom of the plant.
That's why it's not coming out.
I don't want to damage it.
But yeah, so that's where they're so well established.
Helenium. Sorry for tugging on you.
Again, these Heleniums will flower for you this season. And the nice thing about Heleniums, apart from the fact they bring in the bees, and you can see that from the picture, these are your second half of the summer flowering perennials. So they go kind of from midsummer, head into late summer, into autumn. These very dark, orangey red flower heads. You've got those reflexed petals revealing this really teasing, tempting flower head for all those lovely pollinators. They're going to so enjoy all these. Open, sunny position, beds and borders, pots and containers. They'll die down during the autumn. They'll retreat to ground level. They'll sit quietly under the ground through the winter, taking all the frost and the cold and the wind and the rain. And then next spring, they'll burst forth again, and year on year, they'll form bigger and bigger clumps, giving you these huge, bold displays. I've got Gaura, I've got Helenium in my own garden, and it really is a really amazing plant. We just need to change the little details on there for you, and then you get these home and you can plant them straight away and they will establish very quickly.
So remember, all of these plants we're showing you here on this table, other than the osteos need a little bit of growing on, all of these in the 9cm pots can go straight in the garden right now because they are perennials and the winter hardy, so they're going to keep coming back for you year after year. Get the Helenium, Moerheim Beauty, 3 of those, or again, double up, go for 6 for only £10 more. Club members, only £8.49 more on top of your club price. We've had a chat question from a YouTube viewer. Hi, Chloe. She has got an Echinacea bare roots that she got from us.
Lovely.
But she's not quite sure what to do with it.
You've got 2 options. So, well, first thing, give it a good soak for 2 or 3 hours so it's nice and moist, and then you can plant it directly in the ground. Or my option would be to grow it on in a pot. Just find yourself a little 2-litre pot, get some of our compost, plant it in the pot, grow it on for about 4 weeks till it's nicely established, and then plant it out in a really super sunny, well-drained spot. That's what Echinaceas like. They don't like shade. They don't like heavy soil. So sun, well-drained soil, pots and containers or in the ground, and it will come back for you year after year.
Thanks for getting involved, Chloe. That is what we are here for, help you with your garden and answer your questions. Could she keep it in a pot permanently if that's
Definitely,
what she wants?
Yep, keep it in a pot. They love pots. All I would say is if you do keep it in a pot in the winter, because they die down to ground level at the end of summer, if you keep it in a pot, just put the pot right up against the house somewhere and protect it a little bit, because you don't want it to freeze brick solid during the winter. But other than that, if they've got drainage and they've got sun, they reliably come back year after year, and they get about this tall with these beautiful big daisy-like flowers.
Marisha's going to get grumpy Derek. Why is he grumpy? What have you done to upset him? Going to get grumpy Derek in working mode when he gets home. She does put him to work. It does sound like that happens a lot.
Perhaps that's why he's grumpy.
Verna's got 8 bags in the shed and 2 bags of stroke. She's keeping well stocked with her compost. Nice to hear. Thank you to all our compost snobs in the chat, including Alex, who won the lucky socks. Well done, her. She said they're really comfy. I thought they were really good quality cotton as well, actually. They took so long to get there. They're supposed to be Christmas gifts. They didn't turn up till like the 4th of January. They must have been busy making them, just picking the cotton the day I ordered them. All right, if you want to get anything else into the chat, you can now. Send us your questions, send us your comments. We would love to hear more from you. That's the Helenium. If you want those, you can get 3 of them, $14.97. Double up for $24.97. That's before your club discount. We also want to tell you about the Agastache, the licorice-scented plants.
We like these. I think, again, I'm going to do another one this time. I'm doing it over the compost, so I don't want to get... Oh, no, that come out quite easy. Look at that. Again, look how well established these are.
Can't believe the quality.
In fact, I'm going to tell you something now, but don't tell anyone else I told you this.
It's a secret.
If you wanted to, you could probably cut this straight down the middle.
Yeah, there's definitely 2 definite stems on that one, isn't there?
Yeah, and then you could create 2 plants from this one pot. But you didn't hear... I didn't tell you that, by the way. Keep stum.
You could order 6 plants and have 12.
And if you double up, you could end up perhaps with 24. Who knows if you could divide them all up. But Agastache are wonderful. First of all, the lovely foliage. You can see, if I just tilt that forward again for you, look at the lovely colours in the leaves. You've got some sort of purpley colours. Really, look at that. Isn't that lovely? And the leaves look a little bit like nettle leaves, but they don't sting or anything like that. But they are fragrant. If you give those leaves a little bit of a squish and smell your fingers, it's like an aniseedy, licoricey kind of smell, which is
really
nice.
is.
But the real drama, Stu, is these big blue flower spikes. Blue, are they blue or are they purple?
Oh, don't start this.
It's that argument again. I think they're kind of a bluey kind of hue. You might say purple, but the bees don't care because they'll visit these in abundance. And those flower spikes can get to about 18 inches, 2 foot tall. They flower for week after week after week. And then after the initial flower, trim them down, take those dead flower heads off. You'll get a secondary little flush of stems come up, and they'll give you a second lot of flower going even later into summer. Their happy place is bright, open, nice and sunny, well-drained but moisture-retentive soil in the ground, or in fact, or in pots and containers. And again, all the perennials we've talked about on this table are all happy in pots or in the ground. Either they're not fussed.
So you choose wherever you want to plant them. Just give them some good sunshine. The Agastache, triple pack of those for $14.97 again. So it's less than £5 per plant. But double up, and it's even more affordable than that. $24.97. It's £10 more to double up. All you have to do is put 2 in your basket on the website and then enter our discount code. You've got to use that offer code if you want the free shipping and you want the double up deals, YGTV 1626. And remember, if you want to pay the price in yellow on the screen, the lowest price, make sure you're a club member. If you're not a member already, you'll be offered that at checkout.
And lupins are the easiest perennial to grow. In fact, there's parts of the M25 where lupins just grow wild for miles and miles and miles, all along the embankment.
I have to look out for that.
Yeah, they're amazing, all different colours as well. And I went to the south of France a few years ago, or mid-France, and again there, all the way along for miles and miles and miles. There was just acres and acres of lupins. So they're easy, very, very straightforward. You can grow them in pots or containers, grow them in a sunny spot or part sun. These will definitely flower for you this year. You've got the 3 colours there. You've got the little bicoloured one here, which is the purple and white. You've got the lovely deep pink. You've got the pure white. You can get 2 lots of, or 2 or 3 lots of flowers on these as well. And they just bring that really wonderful cottage garden feel to your garden. Adored by the bees, the pollinators, easy, simple, about kind of knee height, just above that sort of height. Don't normally need staking. 3 really well-established plants, and you'll get flowers from these this year in 2026.
We know you've all been asking for those for the last couple of weeks, so we've brought them into the shed for you. They're looking really well, looking ready to get away in your garden and enjoy their flowering season throughout the summer. Super established plants, as you've come to expect from YouGarden. A pack of 3 of those, the 3 different colours, but if you want those 3 colours twice, you can double up, again for only £10 more, or club members for only £8.49 more in your basket when you use our offer code, YGTV. 1626 is the one you need to use today. We're going to tell you one more time about the Clematis avalanche that's been so popular already. Plenty of you already doubling up on that one as well. It has been the most popular item so far today. It grows in this wonderful shape with loads of flower heads on top, the wonderful white flowers, and it's going to get absolutely smothered in those in abundance. This time of year, they're all in bud, they're all starting to come into flower as well. You can get them with the tough foliage, they can grow up any structure you want. Beautiful flowers for weeks and weeks and weeks. One of the earlier flowering Clematis as well. Double up if you like, $16.99 for 1, but only $29.99 for 2. But wait, that's going to be £25.49 for a club member. That's absolutely ridiculous.
For 2?
For 2 of those.
No delivery.
Delivered price. If you want to go for it today, that is the wonderful plant you can see in the middle of the studio. I'm just going to grab it. That is this one. That's what you're getting.
Look at that.
That's what you're getting. And why wouldn't you? Why would you not want one of these? We've accelerated this ever so slightly, left it in our greenhouse for a week, but yours will come smothered in buds, so you get to enjoy the flowers when you get it home. Amazing plant. I love that.
And I remember last year, Stu, when we had those, the sort of sample one was flowering for about 4 to 6 weeks by the time it finally finished.
We had to spread them out in the nursery because the flowers are all getting tangled in each other and they're getting harder and harder to get one out because there was so much flower growth coming off them.
And evergreen, hardy, and only getting to 3 metres tall. So everything you could want and everything you don't want in a Clematis.
If you'd like one, get on it now. We've got a question in. So about the lupins. Lupins grow wild on the grass bank outside Tonbridge Station going towards Sevenoaks.
Yeah, I've seen them all over the place. They're amazing. Yeah, they're quite promiscuous plants as well. That's what they seed about.
And one more question as well. We're on the Grow Your Own table. We've got loads of Grow Your Owns coming up in the next part of the show. We've got about half an hour left. We're here with you till 4 p.m. On Grow Your Owns, what's the latest I could plant seed potatoes?
You can still do them now if you want to. Still time. I only planted mine last week. So as long as the actual seed potatoes are still viable and got the little shoots on, now even to the end of April.
We do still have offers on those on the YouGarden website, so look out for them.
Not too late at all, even into May. Some people put them in quite late to get potatoes to harvest in time for Christmas.
Ah, brilliant. If you want to grow your own Christmas spuds, we were giving you the Brussels sprouts last week. So if you want Brussels and potatoes from your own garden for your Christmas dinner, it is possible. Why not give it a go?
We don't do turkeys though, do we?
We don't do turkeys. We don't have a turkey tree. I've got a brown turkey.
Oh,
does that count?
For fun. You can't keep this man down, can you?
You have a Christmas fig, couldn't you, if you keep them fresh? That'd be lovely. Right, I'm going to start with the cucumbers, though. So we've got a miniature cucumber variety here. This is called Cucumber Piccolino. 12 of these plug plants for under £12.
It's a little bit like Quick Snack, but this one is slightly longer. These are about 12 to 14 centimetres long. Very prolific in the amount of cucumbers it produces. Self-fertile as well, so no need to worry about pollinators for this. You could try and grow this one in a tower pot. I think it could work in a tower pot.
Yeah.
Nice, warm, sunny position. That's what cucumbers like. They're not ready to go outside yet, though. So when you get these home, pop them on into 9 centimetre pots. Keep them on a nice, bright, sunny, warm windowsill for another couple of weeks or so. Then eventually introduce them to outside And you could grow them in a porch, a lean-to, a greenhouse, a polytunnel, or in a really nice sheltered corner in the garden. You don't have to worry about the bees and things pollinating them, because, as I say, they'll do that themselves. And you'll be enjoying really sweet, crisp, crunchy, gorgeous cucumbers. You can put in sandwiches, you can chop up, put in salads, or if you fancy it, you could just eat one like you'd eat an apple. Just enjoy it on its own.
Delicious. Pickle these if you want to as well. Make your own, is it gherkins, isn't it? When you pickle cucumbers, that'd be delicious.
Love gherkins. Do you like gherkins?
No, I don't, but everyone else in my family does.
I love them.
But that's fine. I can make them for other people.
Was you one of those people at Mackie D's always like pick the gherkins out your burger?
Oh no, I'll put up with a slice in a burger, but yeah, I'm not going to pick one out of the jar.
Fair enough.
If you want to go for those, that is cucumber piccolino. £11, 3 gets you 12 of those today on our live show here with you till 4 p.m. We've got the tomatoes up next. So get your tomatoes and your cucumbers together. Have salad for months that you grew yourself. This has been our most popular variety for the last 2 years here on YouGarden TV. So we've made sure we brought them back to you. 12 plug plants of the Sun Gold Super Sweet. Now, Bex always talks about these ranking high on the Brix scale. What on earth is that?
Well, a Brix scale is a scale of sweetness of fruits. We talk about heat on a Scoville scale for things like chili peppers, but then we talk about sweetness on something called the Brix scale. I think these are, is it about 6 or 7? I believe these are.
Yeah, it's not the same as the Scovilles where it goes into the millions.
No.
The Brix scale, I think it goes up to like 12, and this is well in the upper regions.
Definitely. Now, the reputation of this tomato goes before it. This is one of the nation's most loved, most adored tomato. They are those cherry tomatoes, loads and loads and loads, and nice thin skin on these as well, because I do like tomatoes, but sometimes you get certain varieties and you end up, once the fruit has gone, you end up with that kind of bit of flesh still like stuck in your teeth or in your mouth, and it's like, not quite keen on that. These have got very thin flesh, super, super sweet, dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of tomatoes from these individual plants. It's an indeterminate variety, so it will grow like a vine, for instance. And in a hot country that didn't have frosts, that has consistent light all the way through the year, these would just keep going and going and going. But yours, I would, once you get to the end of August, I would pick the tops out of them once you've got those amount of trusses, and then leave the rest to ripen.
Okay.
But you will get the most sweet, lovely tomatoes in abundance, and all the hard work's been done.
Yep.
They arrive to you in these easy pack strips. Take them out the strips gently, poke them out from the bottom, pop them out, pop them on into 9cm pots, and then once the risk of frost has gone, greenhouses, porches, lean-tos, polytunnels, or outside in a sunny spot, and just start enjoying your incredible own homegrown tomatoes.
In case you missed them, we do have lots of options for you for growing in your own garden space. We have walk-in greenhouses available now. You could plant these in. We have pop-up greenhouses where if you left the shelves out, you'd be able to grow something tall like tomatoes in it. So we've got loads of options. If you just go into our YouGarden website, yougarden.com, type in greenhouse. We've got pop-up 4 tiers, 3 tiers for growing on your plug plants using your shuttle trays. But the walk-in one, if you want to go and take a look at how that comes together, Sean and I put together a little video on that the other week. So that's all there available for you now. It shows you quickly how to do the construction, everything you get, but just to see the space inside that and how useful it is and how much you can fit in there, protecting your citrus plants in the winter, fleece them up, wrap them up and put them in your greenhouse, or just having your own space in the garden where it's just 4, 5, 6 degrees warmer than outside, and you can just pop in there with your cup of tea and no one else can bother you because you're doing the gardening, then maybe go and check that one out.
Well, last week, I was out in the garden, and the thing was, Stu, when you was in the sun, it felt really, really warm. But when you went in the shade, that wind had a chill to it.
Yeah, that only took us, me and Sean worked together, arguing over the instructions. We left that bit out of the VT. Is that an E or is that a B? I don't know. It only took us like 30 minutes to build that whole thing, put the cover on, tie the frame on. It was so quick and easy. But then even when you've built it, the whole thing's light enough that if you want to pick it up and move it, you can. Comes with securing clips and ropes to tie it down so it can't blow away in the wind. It's brilliant. So affordable as well. I was like, under £60. Club members even better.
Yeah, it's good. I used to have one in my old garden. I used to put it up every year. I used to leave it all the way up through the winter. I used to put a little greenhouse heater inside, and I just put all my tender palms and oleanders and things like that inside to get them through the winter. So
if you're looking at plants like this thinking, I can't buy plug plants, I can't buy summer bedding plants, I can't buy these veg plants, I can't buy the grow your own fruit because I haven't got the right space, You can even get that from us as well on the website, including those shuttle trays if you want to grow on your plug plants. We even have these self-watering systems if you want to use those as well. So planting up your plug plants has never been easier. We can provide you with everything you need here on YouGarden. And keep trying some of our codes, because on lots of those you'll find you can get free shipping as well. Wink, wink. Actually, Jake, try it. Put one in your basket, see what happens. I'm going to put one in my basket now. And Jake, does this week's code still give it free shipping? Yes, it does. You didn't hear that from me, because it's not supposed to do that, but sometimes things that were on 2 or 3 weeks ago, you can use this week's code and the free shipping still works. Don't tell anybody. It's just between you and me, yeah? Just between you and me, don't tell anyone. Right, we've got the tomatoes, we've got the cucumbers, but we also have blueberries. We have struggled so much this year to keep blueberries in stock because so many people want to grow them, but we've got this lovely shrub variety called the berry bucks, and these are smothered in flowers.
They are, and that means you're going to get a crop on these this year, because flowers equates to fruits, and also these are really, really adored by the pollinators. We keep bringing that up because it's so important these days to bring things in that the bees and the butterflies love. These are evergreen, so they look good all the year through, and they only get to about 50 centimetres tall, and they grow in this lovely ball shape, which is nice. And they will produce loads and loads of blueberries. Now, they're tiny blueberries, but they arrive in abundance. So you can use them, put them in your Weetabix, drop them in your muesli. You could mix them with ice cream, lots of different things. They do like an ericaceous soil, like all blueberries. So if you've already got that in your garden, and you know if you have, because you're growing all those rhodies and other things and they're healthy, you can plant these in the ground. If you think, I still want these, haven't got the ericaceous soil, get some of ericaceous compost, put them in pots, site the pot somewhere sunny, keep them nicely watered, and these will come back year after year. They're very, very hardy, so they'll get through the winter time, no problem at all. They do have nice coloured foliage as well in the autumn, and then you'll just get those profusion of blueberries year after year after year on nice, compact, really happy, healthy looking plants. You can see there the size of the blueberries. They're small, but goodness me, they make up their size for the volume and the amount that you actually get.
You're going to get loads of those, and each one packed with flavour. Grow them on, and you're going to get more and more fruit each year. It looks like these plants are getting ready to deliver some fruit this year, which is incredible for such young plants. But don't forget, you're going to get bigger crops in year 2, bigger crops in year 3. Plant them out in nice big containers. Just because they come in small pots, don't think they need to be in a small space forever. You can use your ericaceous compost, and then you can make sure that these will be growing on and getting healthy in your garden, providing you with fruit for years and years and years to come.
Now, you can't see the root system on this because it's a very dark root system, but again, look, really, really well established. That compost isn't all falling away. That's a lovely solid root there. Nice.
One thing to go back to, we had the Sun Gold Super Sweet tomatoes. Last week, we had the Rapunzel tomatoes. They sold out twice in a week. We refilled them and they went again. So if you're looking for a trailing tomato, you can grow in hanging baskets, or you can grow up high and bring them back down. This is the Tumbling Tom. The Tumbling Tom Red that you can get from us. You get 12 plug plants. So if you want a plug tomato that's going to grow down instead of the Sun Gold that are going to grow up, you can get these from us. We're working, oh, look at that. Looks amazing.
Good, isn't they?
That's really attractive. Doesn't matter if you're not even going to eat those. That looks awesome.
Up away from the slugs and snails. And also you can hang these up in that nice sunny spot as well, so you can really, really ripen the fruit.
These are the red ones. I think you can also see some of the yellows in there. The Tumbling Tom yellow is also available from us. But the Tumbling Tom red is a favourite variety. You get loads on every plant, loads on every vine. Nice little compact tomatoes. £9.32 for 12 plants. Sounds wrong, probably isn't. If you want to go for those, add them into your basket as well with your Sun Gold Super Sweet. If you want the blueberries, those are still available. That's the triple pack of the berry bucks, the shrubbery blueberries, smaller fruits packed full of flavour. You can still get those today. They are only £15.27. Again, delivered price. You've got to use the offer code YGTV1626. But if you wanted to get figgy with it, we've got the best option for you here. Look at the size and the health of this plant, Adam. It's awesome.
I will say, though, just to point out, if you order one of these today, yours will not be this advanced. Yours will be just sort of bursting into bud. This one has been in the greenhouse next door, so it's 3 or 4 weeks ahead of where it should be. It's got a little fig on it already, though. If I turn it round, look, you can see. Look, lovely fig just there. So yours may come with a fig, can't guarantee it, but figs are tough, they're hardy, and brown turkey does really, really well in the sort of UK, European kind of climate. That's the word, went out my head there. Beautiful coloured leaves in the autumn. They turn a nice buttery yellow colour before they drop. But you will most definitely get figs. A lot of people say to me, no, you can't grow figs in the UK. I don't,
Yeah, you can.
You grow them in hot places like Turkey, like that part of the world, or the Middle East or somewhere, which is kind of the part of the world where they actually come from. So you can grow them in pots and containers. You could grow them in the ground. And if you do grow them out in the ground, choose the sunniest, warmest, most sheltered part of the garden. That's where they're really happy. They do well in very big pots because they actually quite like being pot bound. And then sort of mid to late summer, you'll get your own super ripe figs. And sometimes they ripen over a couple of years. The fig on this one here, this was on here from last year, and it's made it through the winter. So this one will ripen this year, but it will also start to develop more figs in 2026 as well. Easy, attractive, really, really lovely sweet fruit. Go for one of these. You'll really enjoy it.
Now, Adam, I wouldn't normally check my phone during a live show, but what I wanted to show you was the way that my fig plant grew in my garden this last year, because we had so much sun and it was so healthy and it's absolutely full of figs.
Wish I could check my phone.
It's amazing.
Look at that.
And then I just picked up my phone, and guess who had messaged me to say, do you know who's left his phone at home?
Oh!
And after 28 years, he still doesn't know my phone number.
Oh, that's a relief.
So I just got a message. Adam's husband, John, did manage to also send me a message saying, yep, I popped home for lunch and I saw his phone on the side.
Oh, thanks, John.
And after 28 years, he still doesn't know my phone number. Just give me a ring.
So I was talking to Craig, who works here this morning. He doesn't know his husband's phone number either, and he's been with his husband for about 30 years. So, you know, sometimes it's a thing. I
would like to say I do have my wife's number committed to memory. I did run out of battery at a music festival once and had to borrow somebody's phone to call her on the way back. But the strange thing is she never picks up a number if she doesn't know it. You know what I mean? If your phone rings and it's not a phone number, you know.
It's a sales call, don't you?
For some reason, yeah, she answered. Yeah. So now she's got some random's phone number who helped me let my wife know I was okay. I'm just leaving the music festival. Don't worry. I'm going now. Yeah. I survived the mosh pit. Everything's okay. Right, if you want to go for those, or if you want to share your summer festival stories with us, whatever you're growing this year, wherever you're going this year, we'd love to hear from you. Get in the YouTube chat. But if you want to get a brown turkey fig going in your garden, you can see mine. It grew so well, so many figs off it this year. Got totally huge. Mine's growing in a pot, and that's what we say, restrict those roots to make them fruit. £11.04 for one, £19.99 for two. Well, that's going to be £16.99 for two for club members delivered.
Yeah.
Crazy value.
That is so. I mean, of course,
I love that.
And remember as well, if you've joined the club as well, you get vouchers. You get some £5 vouchers. You can also use
£5 off that and got two figs for like £11.
Yeah, crazy.
Right, if you want to go for those, let us know if they're in your basket. I reckon they're going to be really popular this week. We've got another interesting and different grow your own for you here. This is our white strawberry. Now, I know we bought these to you earlier in the year as runners. These are the potted examples. And how big and whopping healthy are these? There's so many of these on the nursery, Adam.
And they're already flowering.
And they're looking gorgeous. Now, we were told earlier on the chat, we told these were pink flowers. And you're right, there's a little bit of blush pink to the flower here.
Just almost like the fruit, really. I mean, the fruit are a blush pink, aren't they? I mean, you would grow these. If these didn't produce edible strawberries, I'd quite happily grow these as a perennial in the garden.
Yeah, they're really pretty.
Because they are really, really pretty. But of course, these will produce your first pineberries this year. That's the great thing, that a lot of fruit, we're always cautious about saying, oh yeah, you'll definitely get fruit this year. A couple of things, our long cane raspberries, our pineberries and our strawberries, we say yes, you will get fruit in 2026 because you've got that fantastic root system on there, really well established. There's already a flower stem, so the bees will come along, they'll do their thing. You're going to pick your first pineberries a little later on in the season. And like strawberries, they've just got 2 or 3 things they ask for. They love a really open, lovely, lovely sunny spot. They like a moisture retentive soil, and they like lots of nice organic material dug into the soil before you plant them. So dig in some of our professional compost, or indeed, if you're going to put them in a pot or a container, just use our professional compost. Nothing else needed. They'll flourish in that compost. They'll get the moisture, they'll get the nutrients, they'll get the slow release fertilizer. And you can even put them in window boxes, hanging baskets, tom-tom pots, edge of raised borders, anywhere where they can trail and tumble, and they will produce their own little runners as well, which you can propagate, and you can make extra pineberries from those. So try these. Really different, unusual, and they look great in a bowl with traditional strawberries as well.
Triple pack for under £10 for everybody with no delivery to pay here on YouGarden TV. Club members getting this for £8.47 for the pack of 3, and you saw us turn those out there. These aren't runners we planted yesterday.
Oh, no.
Like you might see in the garden centre, where they go, oh, potted strawberries, and it's basically a runner dropped in a pot two days before. Yeah. These are established plants with massive root systems, ready to go. These are not a 1-year-old plant. These are much older and much more established, and you can get them today from us, that triple pack, for that ridiculously good price of £9.97, under £10. Don't know how we've done that, but £8.47 for club members. All you've got to do is use that offer code. And you can YGTV 1626.
I didn't mean to butt in there.
Oh, no, please.
And you can plant these straight away. These are very, very hardy, so no need to put them on the windowsill or anything like that. Open the box, let them have a little bit of light for a few hours, and then go and plant them where you want them to grow.
Hanging baskets for these?
Oh, yeah, great.
Pop them up out the way of the slugs, and then make sure you're the first person picking them. And remember, these are the ones the birds won't be bothered about because they don't think they're ripe. It's up to you to figure that out, though. That's the only conundrum with these, is if they don't go red, how do you know when they're ready to eat? Maybe when they stop getting bigger. Take one off and try it. I hear the flavour on these is delicious. Hopefully some of our colleagues who are growing these this year are going to actually let us have some, or maybe we need to keep a couple of these plants to the side, Adam.
I think we
might grow them on ourselves.
I think we need to do that. I think for the purposes of research, we need to do that.
Well, we've planted our fruit trees outside in heavy-duty pots. We've got our mini orchard. We've got the strawberry and the plum and the apple growing out there. We've got the pear growing out there as well. They're all looking really good and healthy. We've got the raspberry canes growing out there. You bagged up some potatoes a few weeks ago. They're starting to look good already.
They're good. Yeah. I need to earth them up a little bit.
I think we need to add the pine berries.
Let's do it.
And then when we're coming to work in the summer, we don't have to bring any lunch in with us.
That'd be all fresh.
We can just eat all the fruit and veg we've grown on the site.
All nice and organic. No sprays, no pesticides. We know exactly what we've put on them or haven't put on them. Yeah, great. Do it. Go for it.
And we've got people here every day, so we can look after them, make sure they're well grown. Give it a go this year if you want to do a bit more grow your own. Like Adam says, they are just beautiful plants, and it's really good now. A lot of people grow their own, their fruit and veg in amongst their flower gardens as well. You don't have to have this separate kitchen garden area like it used to be. Grow them in among your flowering plants, and then that even encourages the pollinators more. So hopefully you'll get even more abundant crops. If you're not a club member already, if you're seeing that £8.47 for 3 plants and thinking, how do I pay that? What you want to do is join our discount club. It's so easy. It only costs you £10 for an entire year, and you start saving straight away. As soon as you put this into your basket at checkout, or you can do it on the phones if you'd prefer, all you have to do is enter this into your basket, put the items in that you want to save on, and you'll get 15% of any plants in your basket, including the ones on our show. Even with the free shipping, you're going to save another 15%, and that membership renews at the price you paid. So £10 per year from now and forevermore, you will be saving 15% on everything from YouGarden, unless it's a big piece of outdoor furniture or a power tool, in which case you still save. You save 7.5%, and then we're also going to send you vouchers. You get 4 seasonal vouchers, one every 3 months. They're worth £5 each. Make sure you're looking at the expiry dates on those, and you can use 1 per order when you check out. And we also send you free postage vouchers, because we know you love shopping with us here on YouGarden TV because you get that free shipping, but also you might want to shop from other things on the website, and when you can't get free shipping, you can use one of those vouchers to make sure you're checking that out and getting it home at no extra cost to you. Let me tell you about some of the favourites we have seen in the potting shed today. There's the climbing rose of the week, simply sumptuous, for only £15.29, saving £7. It comes to you in the 4-litre pot. It's a climbing rose with these beautiful hot pink flowers from our growing partners at Harkness. You know the quality you're going to get from them, and this will flower for you from the first year this summer. We also had this wonderful Acer, the Orange Dream. So much colour, so much interest all through the year. Yes, it's deciduous, but then it gives you that show when it comes back in the spring, makes it so much more interesting. And this is a big established plant in the 3-litre pot. It's huge, but it's only £16.99 today for club members. $19.99 for everyone else. Remember, that is a delivered price when you use the offer code YGTV1626. One of our favourites you've been asking for it the last couple of weeks, so we brought it into the potting shed for you to get this amazing value. A triple pack of the Lupin Gallery collection. You get 3 different colours. You get the red, the white and the blue of this. $14.97 gets you the 3 plants, but loads of our perennials today, you can double up. Put 2 in your basket, use the code, and you will only pay £10 more to get another 3 plants. And remember, club members, that's only £8.49 more. The same deal for the Agastache Blue Fortune. You can get 3 of these, or you can double up and go for 6 of them for £24.97. These are those wonderful perennials that have that little licorice smell to the leaf, loads of interest in the colour of the leaf. They'll hide underground in the winter and then come up in the spring with those lovely colours on the leaves, and then throw out these wonderful flowers in summer for us. A slight lavender-like flower, but very, very blue in colour. You can also go for the Helenium today in our perennial selection. Bright orange flowers on here. The pollinators love them. Bees' favourite colour is orange, apparently. I read in an article the other day, it must be true because I read it in the magazine. 3 9-centimetre pots, well-established perennials here, or again, you can double up for only £10 more, £24.97 to attract those pollinators into your garden. What about the Gaura? One of our summer and late summer favourites. Here they are, flowering on the nursery. It's one of our favourite sites every year, and they last for weeks upon weeks upon weeks, these flowers. They just keep throwing up loads more of those soft pink flowers, really gorgeous in appearance, and they're so nice and dainty, flowering so you can see through them. Put them in the middle of the border and be able to see everything in front and behind. That's one thing we really like about these. Double up for only £10 more. Now here's something we haven't had time to show you today, but it's also available on the same deal. The Crocosmia lucifer, these bright red flowers. I believe this is a South African native. They love a sunny spot, and again, really favoured by the pollinators. These are all shooting now, so you can plant them this year, this month, tomorrow, as soon as you get them. Any of these perennials, as soon as you get them home, they can go straight in the ground. 3 of those for only £12.72 club members, or you can double up for only £8.49 more, and then you'll get 6 of those, but 2 in your basket. Now, if you want to go for some ground cover this time of year, we have 9-centimetre potted phlox available for you. Now, we've brought the plug plants into the shed already this year, but these are the bigger ones. If you just want to fast forward and get to the good bit sooner, these phlox can have magnificent amounts of ground coverage for you. Adam, how big does each one of these plants get?
They would get pretty much to the size of an old-fashioned dustbin lid eventually.
That's what we want to hear. You've got 3 different colours here, so you're getting 2 of each. The candy stripe, the McDaniel's cushion, and the emerald blue. You can see them all in the pictures here, the wonderful varieties you're getting, and that's only £19.94, but you could double up and get 12 of those, filling a lot of gaps in your garden for only £29.94. If you want to go for the ground cover plants, that is one of our top picks. They come back every year, getting bigger and better, smothered in flowers. Now, if you want to go for something in your hanging baskets this year, these are plug plants, so you grow them on a little bit and then you can put them in your hanging baskets and take them outside. £11.04 gets you 12 of the jumbo, and look at those, we do mean jumbo flowered fuchsia, an American variety, and these have been bred to give you massive flowers. As Adam was telling us earlier, you can't believe how much flower is in each one of those buds until you see them. The pollinators love them. A little bee just escaped there, and look at the size of those flowers. No AI used, we're not that clever. This is how big they really grow. Pack of 12 of those, 400072. Look out for them on our webpage today. Another hanging basket favourite, the Begonia Super Cascade Mix. You can, again, you're getting 12 of these, £11.04. That's all you're going to pay as a club member to get these home. A wonderful hanging basket variety. Just grow them on, keep them protected from the frosts. Maybe use one of our pop-up greenhouses and use our shuttle trays, and you can have displays just like you're seeing here in your garden this summer. Hanging baskets that wow, and you get the satisfaction of having grown those plants from the plugs yourself. Another one you can do that with would be the Surfinia petunia. This is the branded petunia. It's not like the ones you see out the front of Tesco's or Aldi or Lidl or any other supermarket. Morrison's, got to be fair, put them all in there. These are not the same as the petunia you see in those little trays that don't get looked after. These are the professional grade branded petunia that the professionals use in those commercial displays where you see the hanging baskets looking amazing, thinking, how have they done that? They've used these plants, they've used compost like ours, and they've fed them, given them some sunshine, and then that's all you have to do to get those wonderful displays. 6 different colours there, 2 of each, for only £11.04. We've bought a few of the favourites back, including the gigantic apple trees. We have these 5-litre potted apple trees available today, but also, I love this Clematis, Adam. The avalanche has been blowing us away with all this flower.
It has. In fact, I think you should stand in front of this, Stu, because it'll contrast better with your top than mine.
Hang on, shall I go grey?
Look at that. There you go.
You like the lining, don't you? You like the lining?
Oh, gorgeous is that. Look at the flowers on that. I mean, that is bonkers, isn't it? And
There we go.
I like
Doing my
that it
best.
starts off that lime green in the centre, and then as the flowers mature, they go to a pure white, but they still keep the little green eye in the middle.
And that's so awesome. I just love the abundance of flowers. And then they just all feel like they've opened at the same time. But then you look and you see there's so many more buds still to come. Look how many tightly packed buds we've got in here at the top of the flower. Now, we have fast forwarded this one just a little bit. It's been in our greenhouse for 1 week since me and Bex saw it on a little tour of the nursery. And we saw this and went, that's got to come into the shed. That's coming back with us. So we've given it a little bit of a sun boost in our greenhouse just outside the potting shed here. So yours won't come with as much flower of this. And that's a good thing because it means you're going to enjoy all the flowers at home.
Yeah, only gets to 3 metres tall, so really nice compact clematis, this one. And those leaves are evergreen, so even in the winter time, you know, with a lot of clematis, they're really ugly in the winter, aren't they? They're just really bare, wiry stems. This one keeps that lovely, almost like ivy-leaved kind of foliage all the way through. It's hardy. It likes to have its roots in nice, cool, moisture-retentive, rich soil. It likes to have its flowers up in the sun. And what you see is pretty much what we're going to send out to you. As Stu said, yours will be a little bit behind where it is now, but honestly, give it a couple of weeks, yours will burst into bloom, and you could grow it in a pot or a container, or of course you can grow it in the ground as well if you prefer. In fact, it's so tall and floriferous, we have to hold it up. It'll topple over if we let go of it.
Yep, I've got to keep a hold of that one. Adam, I'm going to just throw in a quick question. We've had an email in. I want to make sure we get this in before the end of the show. Thank you, Bob, who's sent us a question. Bob Francis wants to know about his hydrangeas. Please don't fall over. Now, he's got a question. I've got the set of 3 hydrangeas from YouGarden. When watering and feeding, is it best to spray the water in the soil, or is it best to water into a saucer and let the pot soak it up from underneath?
I would go in a saucer and let them soak up from underneath.
Okay.
I think that's always best, really. Yeah,
okay, so water from
absolutely.
underneath if you can. Bob, thank you for getting the question in. And thank you very much for shopping with us, getting your hydrangeas home. Let us know what you've gone for in the show today. If there's anybody still in the YouTube chat, I know a few people have had to say their goodbyes today, but whoever's still with us on YouTube, loads of you still watching. Suzanne's with us. And she says, is it true that you should plant clematis in shade?
No.
Is that a bit of an old wives' tale?
No, it's true. The roots need to be in shade. They do like nice, cool, shady roots, but they like their top part up in the sun. A bit like lilies. Lilies are the same. Cool roots, sunshine for the flowery part.
Okay, so look for that part of your border where you've got a really bright fence panel, but the ground is catching a bit of shade in the afternoon or in the morning. That makes a lot of sense. And I think Bex always puts it with her analogy of when you go on holiday, you want your feet in the pool.
That's it.
But you want your top half in the sun.
Yeah.
That's a clematis. And then they'll flower for you like this. And remember, this is an early flowering variety, and it's got the evergreen foliage. And you can double up today. You could get 2 home club members. My maths makes that $25.49 for club members to get 2. Put 2 in your basket, use the code, make sure you've got your membership active and you're logged in, and that delivered price. Absolutely crazy. We've got one more chance to tell you about the apple trees today. These are the big 5-litre potted apples you can choose from,
Look
the
at this
Brayburn
whopper.
or the Gaura.
It hides us. Well, it hides me. Stu's taller than me. But
Only a little bit.
Look how big these are. Beautiful plants. Only ever get to 2.5 metres tall, by the way, these, because they're on those dwarfing rootstocks. You've got Gaura, you've got Brayburn, 2 of the world's most favourite apples. Late summer, early autumn, you'll be picking apples. And there's a good chance you could even pick some this year. These have been potted on into these pots. Just grow them on in these pots for another 3 or 4 weeks until the roots are really established. And these are compact enough to grow in large pots, or of course you can plant them in the ground. In any case, make sure it's a nice, bright, open, sunny position. And even though they're smallish trees, you're still going to get those full-size, really crispy, crunchy, delicious apples year after year. You're going to enjoy the blossom in the spring. The leaves turn a lovely yellow colour in the autumn before they drop. They're tough, they're hardy, they're long-lived, and you can grow your own super sweet, super crunchy, delicious Gaura or Brayburn apples.
Yep, you've got the choice. They're the same price. They come to you in the 5-litre pots. If you've got room, maybe grow both. If you've got an allotment, you can put them in a pot, sink them into the ground. And these are the grafted ones, as Adam just said, so they don't get massive. You can keep these contained to 2 or 2.5 metres tall. Lovely flowers on these, so it's not just about the apples, it's about the blossom as well. But we've put that science into these. We put the grafting into these to make sure they don't get big. So apple trees used to be massive, Adam. It's all changed.
Well, they did, because what we've got here, the top bit is called the scion, S-C-I-O-N, and the bottom bit's called the rootstock, and they've been joined together at this grafting point. This top tree, left to its own devices, would get big, too big. But this rootstock is saying, no, you're not. You're going to stay small. You're going to stay compact. I'm not having it. You're going to stay nice and small and neat. 2.5 metres, that's what it'll get to.
That's called the scion. If we grafted a bitter apple tree, would it be the cideron? It might be.
Could be.
I don't know. I'm not a scientist. We don't know these things. Thank you very much to everyone who's joined us here on YouGarden TV today. Thank you for all your messages, for your photos, for getting involved. Thank you to everyone who's made an order with us. If you're not quite sure what you want to go for, you can watch this show back anytime on our website, on the YouTube page, or on Facebook, wherever you watch us on YouGarden TV. You can go to any of those places and watch the show back. The offer codes last for a couple of weeks. So you can still add these into your order, buy anything you've seen on the show for the next couple of weeks using that offer code, and you'll still get the free shipping. You'll still get all the offers whilst everything's in stock. The Clematis is the one to look out for. That's probably going to go. Thank you, Adam, for all of your knowledge.
Thanks,
You're going to be back on TikTok in about an hour's time.
Yeah, 5 till 8 with Jake. So, yeah, look forward to that. If you could join us on that, that would be really, really lovely.
Brand new week of items if you want to see us there. And we'll be back on YouGarden TV. Bex is here from 10 o'clock on Sunday. No, 11 o'clock on Sunday. 11 o'clock on Sunday with Bex if you want another hour of YouGarden TV. You saw a few things on the videos that you haven't seen in the live show, so there's plenty more to see. Hopefully you'll be there with us. Bye for now. Thank you for watching.